Guys, hear the music. Can you hear the music?
Standing still and it feels like I'm lost in a gold mine.
Can you hear the music?
Inside realizing I'm at war in my own mind.
Yes? Fuck yeah.
Place for creates, I'll be here for a long time.
Dude,
And you don't know what I
how
mean
great
when they're
was
on
Pika?
the lights. Story's over.
Hello?
Slash out. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I thought you called me. I'm so dumb. Twitch Prime.
Okay.
Changing, it's found in motion. Maybe
I thought Asmin called me. I'm so stupid. Oh no, dude! I thought he fucking called me, man.
over. Leaning into the same old story. Crossing over. Maybe
Okay, guys,
crossing over.
join the thing. Also, the playlist is awesome now. Here, well, let me put on. I'm gonna start this shit off with some Dio, dude. Should I put up the blinds? Should we put up the blinds? Oh yeah! Oh, oh. Ride the tiger!
Sing me a song, you're a singer. Do me a wrong, you're a bringer of evil. The devil is never a maker. The less that you give, you're a taker.
Oh shit!
So it's on and on and on. It's heaven and hell. Oh well.
Answer the dildo question, I would eat the cake. 1 sec.
The lover of life's not a sinner. The ending is just a beginner. The closer you get to the meaning, the sooner you know that you're dreaming. So it's on and on and on. Oh, it's on and on and on. It goes on and on and
Yo, should we monetize Asmin? Should we monetize the Asmin host? Should I monetize it? Yo, Fandy, you want to see something crazy? You want to see me get a bunch of subs, Fandy? Watch this. Watch this, Fandy.
Turbo Fart 420 cheered. X100. I paid off my car today, can I get some 77,777,777,777,777?
but nobody pleads for the dancer. And it's on and on.
Hi, boys! Welcome to the after show! Thanks for all the subs, boys. Thank you. Alright, let's call Asmin. Let's call Asmin. Hey, dude.
Yo.
Sorry, I just monetized your stream, bro. I hit him with the
Yeah.
legs, dude.
It's good.
So I want to say something before we get everything started. Thank you.
For?
I don't think I ever would have started streaming if it wasn't for you. And I'm genuinely lucky to have you as a friend. So I commissioned an emote for you.
Oh my.
I'm pretty sure it's already banned in your stream. Shoot made it.
What? Let me see. Let me open up your stream.
It's an
and make
emote
sure-
of your face, and it's you experiencing what I experience every time.
It's whenever I get a mount.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you like
wow,
that?
yeah, that's great. I love it.
I thought it was pretty
Rich
good too.
kid, yes. Holy fuck, dude.
There you go,
Okay.
dude. There you
Yeah,
go, dude.
there you go.
There you go. I fucking love
That's
it so
great.
much, dude. I fucking love it. Let me get your face on this. Yo, guys,
just
thank
send me a link and I'll hop on over.
Yeah, let's do this. All right, Google Hangouts, like fucking adults. Dude, also, I talked to my mom.
What'd you say?
Shit, I was like, Mom, you probably couldn't hear, but Asma was trying to say hi to you, and she goes, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Can you tell him I said hi? And then I go, Mom, actually, the clip of it kind of blew up on Reddit. And then I had to explain to her what Reddit. Oh my God, Sizap, thank you. I had to explain to her what Reddit was, and she goes, so a lot of people watched? And I said, yeah. And she goes, you and Asman should hire me to be on your stream.
Nah, it sounds like my dad. It's the first thing he'd think of too.
She literally,
First fucking thing.
she instantly was like, hire me.
Hey, we back,
Yep.
baby. Can't believe you've grown so much in these
Here, let
last
me,
2 months.
there you are. Control V. There you go. And then mute this. And there we go. Now I just need to wait for the sun to go down. Also, did you get that link?
Give me 1 second. I'll go ahead and take a look and see.
Yo, guys, holy fucking shit. Thank you for all these subs and all these follows. And, what that's a big number. Yeah, 777777.
Turbo Fart 400.
Dude, thank you, Turbo Fart.
Cheered.
Dude, Sizap, thank you.
X100.
Guys, thank you.
Clonk, clonk, clonk,
Clonk.
clonk, clonk,
Dude, have you ever
clonk,
watched
gargle
Summoning
my
Salts
balls,
videos?
witchy clonk, clonk, clonk toes.
No, I haven't. What is that?
It's speed running videos. The only reason I watched it was because of all the speed running stuff that's been going on. Dude, you should, if you ever want to like just chill and watch a video on stream, they are super fucking good, man.
Yeah.
It's like, he basically makes like documentaries about speed running. And we watched one of them the other day.
Oh, dude, I watched the Mario one about that.
I didn't watch the Mario
That was
one yet.
So chill. Yeah, I like that a lot.
It's so good. The one that, yo, thank you, Hamilton. The one that we watched was we watched the Pokemon one, which I think you would like, and then we watched what was the other one? We watched there you go. We watched shit. What? Oh, Ninja Gaiden. And at the end of every run, the dude who wins, he says clonk, and it's the most badass shit I've ever fucking seen in my entire fucking life.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude's got a cowboy hat on. He actually balls throughout all of his runs. All right, there we go.
Jesus, dude.
Everything's set up. Did we decide what we want to do?
What do you want to do? Yeah, what do you want to do?
Getting carried in Mythic would be kind of fun.
We can't make a group for it. Realistic, it's not gonna happen.
Getting carried in Heroic would be kind of fun. Or to do Bod would be fun.
Heroic could happen. I'm not really sure. I mean, what did we do last time? I forgot even like how that happened.
Dude.
Like I remember something didn't go well. I forgot what it was.
Last time was S-Fan, and we did fucking...
Oh
did
god, dude.
ZG.
So I did ZG today. So I went and I did ZG a day. And you know what happened? We did the whole fucking thing in an hour. Nobody died. Like actually some people did die. But like nobody wiped. Like we just went over there. Everything was fine. Like it's crazy how big of a fucking difference it is between one run and another.
Dude. Okay, so
It's insane.
Quinn watched the run. Like watched a part of the run on his stream,
Oh my
and
God, dude.
and he literally said that I deserved it.
Why?
That's what he
Because he
said.
made fun of you in his chat?
He said I deserved
Or
it.
you made fun
dude.
of him in his chat?
I don't make fun of him in his chat.
Yeah.
I'm a very positive member of the sheep herder community, dude. You know what game I was thinking about playing too? I'm gonna start pulling people in. I was thinking about playing Minecraft Dungeons, bro.
Oh yeah, I thought about playing that too, actually.
Can we play
I'm
together?
curious to see how those. I don't know. I'm not really sure if I want to play it. I just saw like one clip of it. It seemed okay.
Hey, dude, people are actually saying it's like a really good game. Like some people are like cracking up and being like, "Ew," but like I watched Tim play it. I hosted Dr. Lupo because I figured a lot of chicks watch his stream. He didn't say thank you. Then what else? I watched a couple girls play it too. I forget what happened then. But yeah, ultimately the game actually looks like pretty sick. Like I really do think that it would be fun. But I've never seen anyone really play it multiplayer yet. Can you play multiplayer?
I don't know. Let's see. What did the chat say?
If we can, we should play Yumi Revi. That'd be fucking sick, dude. Yeah, you can. 4 players. Dude, Yumi Revi Fandy. Gang.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go, dude. There you go.
PewDiePie did it? No, that's a content creator.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull somebody in here. There we go. Start it off right. What's up, a hot mom? Hello?
Sorry, I got pushed to talk line. Hold on, let me fix this shit.
It's fine, mommy.
Hello, son. How are you?
I'm good.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, dude. Oh, I can't believe I got pulled in. You know, I changed my name to a hot mom. Really just, I thought I was being naive, you know? I was like, there's no way Rich will actually pick a hot mom. I was wrong.
I think that I could have expected that.
You know the one thing that all moms have in common?
What is that? Oh, God.
What?
Do you know where babies come from?
No. You
So what's
saying
your-
that they've all? You saying that they've all had sex?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, dude.
Look, dude, I'm a virgin.
What
I
about
don't know what you guys are
Jesus?
talking about.
Why
What about
people
Jesus?
happy?
There's always an outlier. There's actually a book by Malcolm Gladwell. We just found the sexual outlier. It's Mary.
There you go. All right. What's your question, man?
So I was kind of thinking about, does corruption, like, as a stat actually need to exist? Or could they have just given us, like, corruption, like, on items without the resistance and all that bullshit progression?
That's a really
I
good
think that
question.
I think, like, honestly, like, need to exist is it's very hard to say anything really needs to exist. You know what I mean?
Right.
But with corruption, I think that the goal with corruption is a good goal. And I think that they kind of did achieve that in a number of ways. But the problem was that the acquisition method of corruption was problematic, and getting the corruption resistance is not necessarily fun for new players or alts, which is, I think, the negative things. So it's like, for example, if you had, you know, like every single piece of gear had Twilight Devastation rank 3 on it, that would be insane. And like, you couldn't really have like a game function that way. But at the same time, I'd like to see more things that are deterministic. And I think being able to like mix and match and make a decision on which items that you want to use with which corruptions, I think is a really good idea. I like Blizzard's, I like the philosophy behind corruption. I just don't like the implementation of it.
I also think too, with how it initially came out, they definitely needed to have that Kiss Curse. Now it feels like a little bit ridiculous because you can ultimately just get them if the vendor didn't have a stupid ass rotation, because the only thing that's limited is how many echoes that you do get. But back in the day, imagine if somebody just got really lucky and they had all perfect corruptions and then there was no trade-off at all, right? It was actually basically breaks for somebody getting too lucky. Now that definitely changed, and I think that makes that question even more valuable.
To how big they should make the Sargeras sword.
Yeah, that's kind of seems what it's like. Like, I feel like corruption. Okay, so for example, like Path to Exile, you guys have all played Path to Exile, right?
Sure have.
Oh boy,
Game's
I am
fucking
warned up
amazing,
for the
and it's just like
after show. I am
super. I feel like
thwarted. I am
Corruptions
fully
could have been that,
wrecked,
like,
jacking off in
you
the
know,
storage
dip into
closet.
like other
Oh.
things, try some really cool, interesting mix and match of Corruption, but the resistance and points just makes it impossible.
Yeah, so I actually think that one of the interesting things with, with PoE is that is that you ultimately always get to a place where you are going to achieve what you set out to do, because as random as gear really is, and exciting because of that randomness, because of what you can do with crafting and all of those things, you are inherently achieving your goal because you are making muns. You're going to be getting exalts over time. You're going to be able to purchase the gear that you want. So it is more deterministic than WoW in a lot of ways. And I think that's one of the reasons that it feels so smooth. And also, I think that it just has such a good cadence to it with when seasons do come out, just everybody being dog shit fucking poor and actually crap gear having higher value. And then as the expansion goes on, that crap gear becomes absolutely awful. It's just, it feels perfect, that game.
Yeah.
I also got another question for, Rich. I know, Rich, you said you did Exile's Reach already,
Yeah.
and I was kind of just wondering you to kind of like enlighten us a little more on that. Like, what's it like? Do you think it could be like a saving grace to new players?
I actually think that it 100% is. The thing with Exile's Reach is, you know how like you have those really fond memories of like leveling a Death Knight, but then if you actually go back and you experience that zone now, it feels like it's 80 years old. It like just does not feel. Exile's Reach has the spirit of all of those zones. Like, it truly does. Like, when you actually do jump in there, it has that smooth, like, kind of... There's nothing really going on thematically, but it just feels how WoW should feel, even to somebody who's played the game a whole bunch. So a new player is going to get that experience, and it ends with you ending up in a dungeon. It's not like a real dungeon, but you have this feeling of, like, holy shit, we made it, and it gets you excited to play the game, and it's fast, and then you're instantly dumped in to a choice and getting to experience... another expansion that other people have enjoyed and talked about, and it's going to be fast. So players are going to learn how to play the game. I think it's a pretty enjoyable thing, and I'm really, really excited to actually see how it does all come together, because I think a lot of new players are going to be jumping in now.
I also like Exile's Reach.
Yeah,
awesome, dude.
I'm going to play it again soon, actually. Like, I enjoyed it enough that I want to play it again.
Yeah, Rich has basically said everything that I would say about it. Go ahead.
I got this like younger sibling who like wants to get into WoW, but like right now, like getting in as a new player, it's just it's actually so fucking confusing, dude. Like I can't even teach them how to play. Like I'm like, oh well, yeah, you gotta level up, but then once you get to level 120, you gotta do some war campaigns, and then there's corruption. It's just fucking confusing, dude. Like what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's way too much bullshit going on.
It's hard to explain it to somebody who has been playing the game for years, right?
Yeah.
Like, Asmund and I have this, we have a friend, David, and David has played WoW all the way since Classic, and he calls me every day, and he's like, hey, can you help me run my visions? Like, I don't understand what's going on. And it's like, it's not his, like, he's played WoW forever, and he's just completely cucked.
N3RDK and
Yeah, it's very hard for new players to get into it. I think it's a big issue, probably one of the biggest issues in the game, because like every MMO like has to have like a churn of players and bring players in at the same rate or a faster rate than its players are leaving, and if that doesn't happen, the game dies. So it's absolutely imperative that that happens. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, seems really nice. Like, I'm thinking about like making a new character and kind of starting to level fresh just to see what it's like.
Yeah, it's fun to do once, and I think a lot of even veteran players will probably choose to do it over the over like just a normal experience.
What's awesome, guys. Thanks for bringing me in. I'll let somebody else get in here and get their questions going. So,
hey,
yeah,
thank
sure.
you, man.
Thanks a lot for coming.
no problem, guys. Don't forget Twitch Prime.
There you go, dude.
I have a question. How do you temporarily turn off text-to-speech?
You never turn it on. That's how I solve that problem.
I think it's funny
Yeah.
normally, but like, dude, they keep doing this thing, and it's like, do you know what sound like the fucking sprinkler makes? Because I do 10,000 times.
Yes, I know exactly what sound it makes.
Oh man. All right. Well, we'll keep moving on. A MILF. Not gonna fall for that again.
Yeah.
Tricked me once. Pokemon.
It's
That-
not her, dude. It's-
Dude, I had a Freudian slip yesterday when we were watching the Pokemon speedrunning video, and I was like, I actually think I could speedrun Pokemon. It was like actually a Freudian slip. It's the most
Oh,
embarrassing
good.
thing that ever happened.
Oh.
But I'm not gonna lie, it would be a speed like a never mind.
Let's go to the next question.
Yeah, good point.
Saint Ryan _ cheered. X100.
There we go.
Wait.
Hello? Can you hear us, Rory?
Super excited for Shadow.
I don't think Rory's here. Oh,
Hello?
there we go.
Hey.
Hi, Rory.
Dominth cheered.
What up, dude?
X100.
What's going on,
My
mate?
sprinkler goes like
Just chilling, dude. How about you?
I'm taking a bath.
All right. Well, usually most people don't call in from their bathtub. You're the first. So, what's your question?
Wait, you're in the bathtub?
Yeah, man. Android's got a mobile app.
Great.
Oh, you're on your phone. Diablo Immortal player, I see. How's your bath?
Is sweating.
Nice. Do you have a question?
Yeah. So, are y'all concerned about the fact that they haven't really like shown any legendary so far, and as
No.
much as they play an important part?
I'm more concerned about you being in the bathtub right now than the legendaries, to be completely honest.
I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, dude. Don't worry about it. Like,
Yeah.
The thing is, like, they're if Blizzard's gonna fuck it up, they're gonna fuck it up. Like, whether we know about it now or later isn't gonna matter. And players can choose which ones they want, right? And so there's only so much they can fuck up with that being the case. Like, the worst that can happen, in my opinion, is like the illusion of choice.
I also think if you even historically look if you historically look, oh, I figured out how to skip the alerts now. We're saved, dude. So if you actually look at the legendaries themselves that have existed in the game, it wasn't actually the legendaries themselves that were bad. It was how you obtain them. And ultimately now, how you do obtain that music, or how you do obtain those legendaries is, it seems fine. Torghast seems like it's going to be good in and of itself. So I'm not worried about the rewards themselves necessarily being bad.
Okay. Another question that my buddy was asking me the other day when I was trying to explain the new expansion was he thought that Torghast sounded like it would take, like it's another system that would eat up just an enormous amount of time. Do y'all feel like, and y'all are just talking about complexity, do y'all feel like a whole new segment of the game to add to it that may feel mandatory and might eat up too much time?
I think that the interfacing with Torghast in a passive or like a casual way, I feel like will be pretty much mandatory. But other than that, I think it could be actually just fine, and it wouldn't really be an issue at all. And so I think it just really kind of depends on the way that Blizzard wants to handle it and how important they make it. I think making Torghast semi, like, not necessarily required, but something that's like heavily incentivized. It's the same as like doing Mythic Plus and Legion was, you know, required in a way, but people never looked at it in that same perspective. I think that as long as Torghast is fun to play, that's what's really going to matter the most. But I do agree that you have like a concern that if Torghast takes forever to do, it's going to be really frustrating for casual players because they're going to have to dedicate that amount of time to playing.
Yeah, I think a lot hinges on Torghast. I'm very much looking forward to it. When you ask about being concerned about stuff, the thing I'm concerned about right now is the torments. I'm not worried about the reward system nearly as much as I'm worried about torments, and I'm worried about the actual progression in the in Torghast itself, like what the actual leveling rewards are, like what skills you get within the tower.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, and I got one final question. So I
Go
know
for
that they said they were gonna have a like a, I don't know, I'm not sure what they labeled it as, but they're having like some kind of press conference in the next few weeks.
On
What-
June 9th, I believe.
Yeah, what do you think they're intending to focus on during that? Like, what is the major point that they want to bring up?
I think they're probably. I think that a lot of times Blizzard uses these different press conferences and stuff like this as just vehicles to advertise the game, and I think that's basically what they're doing with this one too. And I think that we'll probably see them show some of the first legendary items with some of the affixes that we're going to be looking forward to getting, and then probably a couple of other things similar to that. If I had to guess, like what's going to happen in it, that's pretty much what I would guess.
Yep.
So like I don't think there's like one thing that they're like thinking, okay, well we really want to hit this point. I think it's just a number of different things that they want to go over and just kind of share with the players, because obviously like at the very beginning of the alpha we've had a ton of like news and stuff, but then after kind of a couple of weeks we stopped getting like that regular information, and I think that's kind of something that players still do want to see.
I usually hear the words press conference and I go, that's for the shareholders, not for me. We'll see.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, we are the shareholders with WoW, right? And so that it's a little bit different with this, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that all makes sense. It just seems like if they're gonna bother having an event, bring something that you haven't yet said to at least spice it up.
Well, I feel like a lot of the interviews, a lot of the interviews could have had. There are a number of questions in the recent interviews that Blizzard had already answered, and so that's not necessarily the fault of Blizzard. More so, it's just like kind of the nature of having interviews and everybody not having the same information, especially with like those interviews being multilingual. That's going to be very hard to have like the translation and understand all of the nuance of what Blizzard said in English. So I think that's why we saw some questions and things like that repeated, but I don't think that we'll necessarily expect to see that in any real capacity whenever they come out and they start talking about it themselves.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good evening.
Enjoy your bath.
No problem, man. You too. Talk to you later.
Appreciate it.
Hey, are we doing the group, by the way?
Yeah, if you want to. What do you want to do?
I've been waiting for you. I've just been flying in circles.
I've just been killing rares. Like, all right, yeah, what do you want to do? Do you want to do BOD? I feel like if we do Nyalotha, it's not going to go well. Like, that's what I'm kind of worried about.
Let's do BOD.
BOD. Okay, sure. Fuck it, let's go.
Sorry, I found a place that I found a way to get peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Hey Rich,
for like $2 shipped to my place.
Invite a girl to Illcraft sometime?
$2? No. Like each one is $2?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude, that's insane.
But I don't have to make them, and it has protein.
Yeah.
It's a protein peanut butter and jelly.
How about that, dude? How about that, dude?
It's a 700 calorie peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm not even kidding.
100.
Wow.
So I only need to eat 2 of these a day. I have enough food. So I'm only
700 calories a lot.
I eat 2 of them, and it's all the food I need for the entire day. And so I just eat 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I drink water, and I just ordered a new chair. I'm never gonna need to get up ever again. I just ordered a Herman Miller. I've had the same chair for 8 years. This is an 8-year-old Marcus from IKEA. I got this Marcus with book money. I've been sitting on Marcus. Now it's 8, blowing out my legs and my back. 8's way too old. It was fine when it was 6 years old. Now it's fucking terrible. So I got rid of it, getting a new chair. First one in 8 years.
I still use like oftentimes my old chair. I bought that whenever I was like 14 or so. And my mom bought it actually, and I've had it ever since then. It's been great the whole time.
Is your chair from the place that Soda got his chair?
Office Max, that's where I got mine.
Oh, because Soda was telling me that his chair was like the craziest thing ever on 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move somebody else in.
Let's see here. I'm making the group, by the way. If anybody wants to join Asmongold Allcraft Mythic BOD, it's
toss me an invite. I'll keep it open.
Okay.
This is a cool name. Dr. Posh. It's a doctor. Hello, doctor.
Hello.
Hello, doctor.
What up, dude?
What's up, guys? Just first want to say congratulations on all your success. I'm a big fan to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. I didn't really have a question, but just more of like an observation. I've been playing since when did I start? I think I started at like beginning of Kata, and I've never really taken the game that seriously. I've just really been really into mounts and collections and like just like farming mounts and stuff. And throughout everything, I've just completely enjoyed every single expansion and every patch just because of that.
Well, I'm really happy for you.
That's the way that you play the game.
Yeah.
That is the way you play the game.
I'm happy for you. Like, that's awesome, and like that genuinely makes me happy that you're getting so much enjoyment from it. And the nice thing is too, is where the problems are. If they were all fixed, I don't think that it would like hurt you at all, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is great.
It is great, and I don't know why. I've just always been drawn to the mounts ever since I started the game. I remember I saw someone on the bronze drake, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I just had to have it, and then ever since then, I don't know. I've just been collecting the mounts, and I've loved the game. And I know, you know, the new systems that are in are, you know, they're not great, and you know, it's clear what they're trying to do. They're trying to extend everyone's game time and stuff like that. But just to me, I don't know. It's just been I've just loved the game so much just because of the collections and the mounts and things like that. And you know, I know you guys are big on that too. And Rich, you've been doing your Mount Mondays, and I've been enjoying that a lot actually.
Yeah. 22 mounts every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've left that up for a little bit too long. I should actually take that down right now. But yeah. No, I actually I always thought farming mounts was stupid, and I never did it. Like, I was always kind of the opposite player of you. I was just like, I just want to do more damage. If I do more damage, I'll meet a girl. I've always been that kind of player. And I've really only farmed mounts because my one friend was like, yeah, dude, just fucking do it, dude. And I tried it. And
Wonder who that was.
Yeah. I want to keep him secret. Yeah. But I just want to defend our private conversations. But I actually did it, and it's therapeutic as fuck. It actually reminds me back when I guess it was Miss Pandaria. I remember I was watching Kung Fu Panda. Maybe it was actually Wrath. But I remember I used to eat sour Skittles and fly around and just herb. And my friends would be over. I wouldn't be thinking about the game, but it just physically felt good to just kind of be moving through the game. And farming mounts feels like that. But every now and then, instead of getting herbs, you get something kind of cool.
Right. No, yeah, exactly. I agree. And it really is therapeutic. I totally agree with that. I have like 15 max levels right now, and I run my raids every day and my dungeons, and it's just so much fun, and I just love the game so much because of that. And I wish more people would be into that sort of thing. I know like sometimes, you know, the game is frustrating because of the, you know, the chests and all the things like that. But I don't know. I just
farm mounts, world peace.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'm glad you're enjoying the game. I really am.
Yeah, I think that's the way to enjoy it the best. I really do like doing that too. It's extremely fun for me. I love farming mounts and just like chilling out and doing whatever the fuck, like achievements, mounts, and like that kind of stuff. It's very relaxing, and you know, you get to play all the different elements of the game, and it's just like really chill. I think that's kind of what the appeal of like my stream is to an extent, right? Is like just like that kind of gameplay, and I think a lot of people enjoy it a lot.
Well,
Yeah, no, exactly.
I think it's like also not a surprise that like obviously your stream is like one of the biggest streams, but look at most of the streams that I feel like people enjoy a lot. Like it's not necessarily about gameplay, not just in WoW. It's just about kind of like relaxing and just do like it's not about doing the most hardcore. I just feel like people want to relax a lot of the time, and I feel like that if the game actually took that into account, dungeons and raids could potentially be improved a lot as well, right? So I definitely think that a lot of what you're saying is super valid.
Yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just gonna let someone else hop in here. I appreciate your time, guys. It's
For sure,
awesome.
man. Thank you very much.
You.
Yeah. No, you too, guys. Take care.
I just came up with a really good idea for a tweet, dude. You can use
What's
this
that?
later. So I'm gonna say, hey guys, thank you for sharing your stories about meeting your significant others and finding casual sex in my chat. Stream is
That's a very
live
good idea.
now, by the way.
Yep.
By the way. With Assman. www.bigfloppycocks. I actually did buy that, by the way. No, just kidding. Don't go to that URL. Wait, did you see the really quick as I tweet this out? Did you see?
Can you drop a stone?
Oh yeah, I'm a warlock. Did you see the PoE update?
No. What is that?
They did a giant performance update.
Really? So does that mean I'm not gonna lag out whenever I get 3 headhunter stacks?
That's the idea. That's the idea.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, tweeted. Post that on Instagram. Because 36% of my followers on Instagram are female.
Can I check that? What's mine?
I can check yours right
Check
now.
my account. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Done. See if let's see. Let's see. Where is this? Insights.
Where's the summoning stone?
I put it down, didn't I?
No.
There it is. Audience.
No, we're good.
Okay, all gender. Okay, there you go. 91% men.
I have 9% girls?
Yeah.
Oh my god! That's a record.
That's actually really high. That's actually really
Yeah.
high. I actually made mine up. Wait, let me see what mine actually is. I made mine up. Like I actually haven't checked in a really long time. Wait, how did I do that? Wait, why does mine look different than yours right now? Wait, mine. Oh, here we go.
Are you like verified on Insta or something? Maybe that.
No, I was gonna get us both verified. I just clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, here's mine. Mine's 20% women.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Have you fucking seen me, dude?
There it is, dude.
Yeah, no big deal. You know what? You know what's even crazier? If you look at the percent of women I follow, that number's flipped. I think you might be the only guy I follow on Instagram.
I genuinely do not understand the purpose of a man making an Instagram. What is
I follow S-Fan too.
Yeah, but it's like a friend.
Yeah,
It's different. Like, I don't follow like any dudes, I'm pretty sure, on Instagram. Maybe I follow like 1 or 2.
I followed my one friend on your Instagram account. I followed Octane.
Yeah, I know. I think I just like randomly popped in my, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, dude. He was so excited. He was like, dude, Asmongold followed me on Instagram. And I was like, yeah, buddy.
Dude, he noticed you. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, he's probably a huge fan, dude.
Yeah.
That was like the time that I told Tim when I walked up to Tim for the first time, and I was like, "Hey, my buddy is a huge fan. Do you mind if I take a picture? His name's Sea-Doo."
Yeah.
Like I still have the picture like on my fucking wall. Here, let's pull somebody else in here. Beckneard.
All right.
How you doing, Beckneard?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, let me turn it up just a little bit. How you doing?
I'm doing well. My my friend and my brother. Sorry about that. My friend and my brother. I don't know what went on there. My friend and his brother introduced me to WoW, and forever ruined my life. So, congrats to them for doing that.
Shout out to the real ones.
Yeah.
Just some questions that I had. I'm mostly a casual player. You know, I play with my friends. But I'm curious with the new expansion. You know, with Torghast and everything, are they going to, you know, is this going to appeal to more casual players, or is this going to be like, you know, you're in a raiding guild, you're top tier, IO score, etc.
How do you mean?
Or I guess like in the current state of WoW, you know, if I want to do like mythic raids or anything, you know, I'd have to be in a pretty renowned guild. And I don't know, me and my friends, we aren't in a popular guild that does mythic raiding. And so I'm hoping with Shadowlands that would be more persistent, it'd be more popular for solo players to get in, you know, that high level content, I guess, if that makes sense.
Do you think that Shadowlands will encourage more players that aren't really participating in high level content to participate in it? Is that kind of what you're asking?
Yeah, kind of. I guess rather, do you think Torghast will build up to more casual players?
I think Torghast could be a gateway for more casual players to interface with like the more hardcore elements of the game. Yeah, absolutely. I think that Torghast could fulfill a number of those functions, and I think that's why so many people are positive about it, is that it's so accessible for so many different elements of the game, and also it offers a unique, different way of playing the game. I think also making gear less convoluted makes it easier for players to understand and know what their goals are, and whenever players know what their goals are, it makes it easier for them to achieve their goals. So I think it's good in that way too. And there's a lot of good things that I think can come out of Torghast. And I think that honestly, making it more accessible to casual players is going to be one of those things.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally.
Yeah, I think that Torghast, like the really big thing with Torghast is like, if you are going to make single player content, it should be meaningful, engaging single player content, right? And I think that there's a real opportunity for that to happen, and that is exciting to me. I just, once again, with things like that, I think that Torghast is a particularly interesting one, and it's definitely something that should be talked about. I do think for the most part, secondary progressions, basically progressions that are outside of gear, they should be account wide. I think that Torghast might be one of the ones where it doesn't need to be account wide, depending on how it is actually implemented, how much time it's actually going to take, because it's weekly, but we'll see. Mm-hmm. And also there's like a hard cap, right? So like you will hit that spot.
Right. Yeah, totally. I just feel like, you know, with you know, the current state, I do the dailies and all that, and it just like, that's it. I know there's like so much to do, but I get bored super easily. And so I'm hoping that, you know, with this new expansion that changes everything.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I think a lot of people probably feel the same way.
I've done yesterday I did dailies I streamed for 14 hours and all I did was dailies. I mean, obviously I was playing. What'd you say?
You're halfway done then.
Yeah, right. I wanted to start getting my mage ready, and like I wanted to start getting my warlock ready. I wanted to do some I didn't need to play with a single person yesterday. I was obviously those 14 hours were probably 6 hours of a real human playing, because I was moving like a little bit slow. My chat was like spamming yep cocks probably or some stupid shit like that. So I was like reading that. But at the end of the day, I genuinely did dailies that entire time. It's not good for the game.
No, it's honestly ridiculous. It's more of a chore, I feel like.
Yeah. I would agree with you 10,000%. Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, I didn't even really have too many questions to begin with. I just wanted to thank you guys for being an awesome part of or being awesome streamers. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, man. I really fucking appreciate it. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I mean, we do our best, and we're really thankful to have such a great community for Allcraft. It's been incredible.
Good deal. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys later, and see you later, chat.
Yep. Talk to you, everyone. Bye.
Peace.
If somebody gets the offhand from this boss, I need it.
The offhand?
Yeah.
Can you even
not
equip it?
offhand, fist weapon.
Oh, okay.
I hope I get it.
I'm stuck.
Do you know why I need it?
For what?
Nothing. I just want it. Literally, I'm never going to use it for anything. I'm just going to put it in my collection and never look at it again.
To quote McConnell, do you want to collect all the things in the game or some of the things in the game?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy actually walking in here right now and seeing how fast shit melts.
Yeah. People aren't attacking the right thing, and Grong's going to explode. I don't even care. I'm kind of curious to know what's going to happen.
I don't think anything's going to happen.
That's probably the case, actually. So he has a lot of energy. I don't know what energy does, though.
That's what makes him do the things.
We've got 3 stacks.
He's already got 30% health. We're about to hit execute, dude. You're literally just gonna obliterate her. Yeah. That's what happens when you get 600 item levels in literally every single tier. This is why we're gonna play Minecraft Dungeons until Valorant comes up, and then we're gonna go pro.
Oh, dude, that game's not gonna go anywhere, man. I feel like it's not. Like at the beginning, I thought maybe it could, but it just doesn't really feel like it's gonna be that type of a game.
I don't think it's going anywhere either.
It's so niche, man. Like, it's like people probably playing Overwatch or fucking whatever the other one is.
I think did we get it?
No, of course not.
Oh, never mind. Stupid game. I actually think that Minecraft Dungeons will probably go further than Valorant does. Dude, did you see the stuff for Dota, by the way? Dude, it already broke 10 million for TI.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it already broke 10 million, dude. I think it broke. Does anybody know, by the way, what it broke first day? I think it broke. Dude, you know what they did? You know why it's doing so well?
Why?
They added waifus and they added a gender bend skin.
Mm-hmm.
It works. Yep. It hit 8 million in the first day, and then it broke 10 on the. It's like actually wild, man. Yeah, let me pull somebody else in. And this one will probably go on a little bit longer than the other ones do as well. I didn't even get my battle pass yet. Think about it that way. What's up, Kevin?
Holy shit. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Self? Let me just mute myself.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. How you doing, guys?
Great, man. How about you?
I'm doing fine. My question for today is about crafting. So, like, in the past expansions, crafting hasn't really mean anything at all. Like, this expansion, there was a few rings and a few engineering things you could craft to boost your eye level for your raiding, so you could trade gear. But is the new crafting system going to last, or is it just going to be a thing that's going to last probably until you get Mythic Plus gear, and then it's going to mean nothing?
I certainly hope that it will last, but it's hard to say.
There are indications that it will. Do you mind if I jump in for a second?
Is it going to be like the corruption?
So I actually think that we're going to get into a system where it is a thing that you do to every piece of gear that you get, and that is not something that's happened in a really long time. I think that one of the things with corruption, especially with this vendor coming in right now, they're really trying to take a look at how having that secondary progression is going to impact gear for the modern player base. I think there was a lot of fear to have it before. There was this mentality that once you got a piece of gear, you should just be able to slam it. It was like, oh yeah, dude, just slam it. That moved us away from enchants. That moved us away from actually having these different systems of actually putting tokens onto the gear and getting extra item levels. I think that with corruption, they're starting to see that it is valid to get a piece of gear, to love it, and actually do some shit with it. And I am hoping that what you're asking for is going to exist. I hope that we actually do see professions that are interesting, not flat, and I wish that we actually had an economy that wasn't pay to win.
Yeah. So do you think it's going to move on with the gear progression as well? So like as it is now, you can add sockets and you can add corruption. I see that you could choose the stats that you want with dual crafting at the moment, like with the information that I've seen. But is it going to be applicable to raiding gear, like adding sockets to raiding gear and Mythic Plus gear?
I believe so. That was how I took it. And the thing is I feel like overall they are moving towards determinism and actually being able to get the gear that you want over time. And I think that they are going to be using crafting as a tool to do that. That's actually what a lot of the questions that you are asking. I mean, obviously we're trying to get as much data as we can from as little information that we are given. If I actually had, like probably like 6 minutes in a room with the developer, I think the first thing I would try to do is beg for free Echoes of Nyalotha. The second thing I would do would be asking questions that you're asking. I think that it's actually one of the most important questions to ask is whether or not or how actually professions are going to be impacting stuff. I think it's really important.
Nice. That's sweet. I do have one more thing, but it's more about like
hit it.
1 second. I unmuted myself like an idiot. 1 second.
Oh, no, you're fine. I actually, chat just keeps saying, like, yo, this dude sounds like a Chad like me, brothers. I feel like this dude totally fucks, bro.
Just like me.
And just like me, dude. I'm only in the stream because I'm bored of having sex right now. True, dude. I actually I just stream in between all of my sexes. Like, literally, when I'm not streaming, I'm having sex.
Well, you're a good-looking dude, man. Like, come on. Are you hitting that shit or what?
Bruh, you know,
Yeah, he is.
You know it, dude. You know it, dude. I do stream 16 hours a day, but I mean,
you're hitting the ground, right?
Sorry, I gotta do squats for a
Awkward
second.
silence. Awkward silence.
It wasn't awkward until you said it was awkward, dude. I was just stretching because my friends keep reminding me that I'm a 2D Luigi with homunculus paper graphics, and then I'm gonna get blood clots if I don't stretch every now and then.
I'm gonna pass it on anyway because I don't want to take up too much of your time when you got other people waiting anyway.
Well, dude,
All right, well, thanks a lot for your
asked,
question.
Yeah, you asked one of the most important questions I think.
Yeah,
heading into the
crafting
next
really
expansion.
matters a lot. I totally agree with you.
All right, take it easy, guys. Have a nice time.
Yeah, have a good night. It was nice meeting you. You ever do squats on stream?
No, I haven't yet. Actually, wait, yeah, I did. I did do it once. For the that fucking like that stream that Izzy and I did together.
Oh.
The panda stream or whatever the hell they were.
Oh yeah, to save
And,
the fires.
Koalas, yeah.
Koala.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, my legs hurt for days.
Dude, my feet are so asleep right now. I've been sitting on this pillow for the past... Dude, oh my god. I thought that the smell was like just like ball sweat, but then I took a shower today, and now I realize... Look at this pillow, dude. I've been sitting on it for like...
Wow.
Since I started streaming. That's a month.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna throw that out. I'm gonna order a new one off of Amazon.
Probably good,
Yeah, I actually have Amazon Prime, so the deliveries are really quick. And every single month with that, I actually get a free sub because I linked my Amazon Prime account to my Twitch account. I have this thing called
How
Twitch
does
Prime.
that work?
Well,
So do
basically,
you, okay.
every time I go into your stream, because you're one of my favorite
Yeah.
content creators in the entire earth, because you're so handsome and you're so funny and you farm mounts better than everybody else. So I click on the button, and then I see that I have the crown, and I could subscribe for absolutely free with Twitch Prime. But usually what I do when I'm in your stream is I gift like 10 subs because you're such a great content creator, and it's the least that I can do.
Nice.
Thank you for making my life so much better.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Daru, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. You fools, welcome to the Twitch Prime. Or thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
Oh, no. This boss was so scuffed. I can't believe you guys all fucked up that boss.
Thank you, Streaming Pie 69.
Everybody.
Oh, here we go. I got it, dude. What a game!
What did you get?
I got it. I got it.
You can get shit. It was a gray.
Wait, do you get the Gmod from the piles, or do you get it from the?
We got it from the boss.
Oh, it's not even this boss. I thought it was this. I just wanted
Wrong boss.
I'll get you. I'll get it. So I came up with an idea. I actually texted it to fix today. Yo, hippie lad, thank you. You know how BlizzCon's canceled?
Yeah.
What's
I want
bald
to throw our
Reggie?
own BlizzCon.
How we do that?
Everybody in Texas, we're already all there anyway. We have our own BlizzCon where we do full coverage. You, me, and S-Fan host it. We invite people like Mitch Jones and Soda Poppin' to compete. We have our own tournaments. We do it as a LAN, so we have the potential to do everything. So we can do a pet battle tournament. We can do dungeon race. We can do classic events. We can do all of it. You, me, and S-Fan host it just like we did with the dungeon tournament. And then we do coverage in suits of updates, and we can just even make up stuff. And then we cut to green screens of the Hilton like bar and stuff. And we're all just drinking in front of the green screen, like you're drinking a Coke. Like Trainwreck is just like freaking out, eating sugar cookies or whatever he does. Dude, it'd be incredible. We'll throw our own BlizzCon. It'll be the best BlizzCon ever.
I unironically think that's a great idea, and I think we could probably do that as soon as we know when the live event's gonna happen.
There it is, dude. I literally want to get to Texas so bad. Like, I don't feel like waiting. The plan was to come in like September, but I don't know if I want to wait that long.
Let me think. I mean, look, dude, like if you're gonna come down, I'm down to show whenever the fuck, man. Like besides my streams, I don't do shit.
Dude, with like Reevy being in Austin more too, like it's just like everybody. I might buy a car or a motor. I don't know. So I don't know how to drive. So I would need to. I would need to like rent a car or rent anything with wheels, and then also rent somebody that knows how to operate that machinery. I can't legally drive in any state in America. So no, not a bike. No, not a bike. I was gonna say a bike. It's not a midlife crisis.
I'm not gonna buy a bicycle. I'm gonna get a Harley.
Dude, everything I'm having a midlife crisis. I'm not having a midlife crisis. I'm barely 20. No, I never had a DUI. I live in New York. You don't need a license. Do you have a? Yeah, you have a driver. You're a good driver.
Yeah, I've had a driver's license ever since I was like 17, man.
Yeah, I've never owned a car in my life.
I wanted to be able to drive to McDonald's and get my own drink.
Hell yeah, brother. Texas
That's
is
actually
fuck.
the only real reason.
See, you would actually. That's the thing that you would definitely love about New York. Every single fast food place is open 24 hours, and you can walk to it.
Yeah, I would actually like that a lot. You're 100% right.
It's the best part.
It'd be fucking fun.
Me and my roommate, like literally, it'll be like 5 in the morning, and he'll be like, "Hey, dude, I just finished a movie. You want to go walk?" And we walk, and we get a chopped cheese at the bodega.
Oh, dude.
Wait, do you know what chopped cheese is?
So I actually do. I read a thing about it. It's like a special New York thing.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, didn't I make you read the thing?
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I forgot.
It was a video. It was like a guy, and he like went into a store, and it's like a special chopped cheese place that they only sell at like this one place in Harlem. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah. I think
exactly.
So I am like, I try to get everybody on the chopped cheese bandwagon. But yeah, you can go to any random deli and just get a chopped cheese, and everybody kind of has their favorite local deli to get their chopped cheese. But yeah, that place in Harlem is super well known for it. For anybody who doesn't know what it is, it's basically New York's take almost on like a cheesesteak, but what it is it's a it's basically like hamburger meat on a hard roll with like cheese and spices, and then like you can get it.
I'm actually really excited to try it.
Oh, it's so fucking good. That would be one of the first things. I would have like there are a few chicken places that I would want to take you to, just to get your opinion on it as a Texan. There are a few barbecue places I want to take you to, and I get chopped cheese, dude. You didn't mention the sauces. See, I'm a purist, dude. My chopped cheese is literally just chopped cheese with mayo, and that's it. I'm a purist.
We need to go to Happy Chick whenever you're here, dude. It's like the best chicken place I've been to. Like, I don't know, did we go there? It's on 6th.
No, we only went to that one place.
Gus's.
Gus's, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Which is
besides
really good,
that, we've been to Taco Cabana like 80 times.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Dude, I swear when I'm with S fam, we just don't even eat. Like we'll be in Texas, and I'll be like, yeah, dude, you want to go grab some food? He's like, no, we should probably stream for like another like, we don't
I'm
even
on
eat,
keto.
dude. Yeah, it's like, dude, I actually think I've only like I stayed at S fam's place for like, God, it was a while, and the only time
week.
Yeah, it was like a week, and the only time he ate, I swear, was literally at when we went to Taco Cabana. Now, the only reason that like I've ever seen him eat,
that was whenever we had the house. Well, I'm not really gonna say, but like there's the one that I went to, right?
Yeah.
And there were like fucking, like every square inch of the floor was fucking
Wires.
Subway wrappers, dude.
Wires
Subway
wires too. Dude, I fucking that was he didn't even have sheets on his bed. Well, he didn't even have a bed, right? He was on the air mattress still. And he had no furniture. I actually don't think he got furniture until Ginny came over.
You mean Jenny got furniture?
Did she get the furniture?
I'm pretty sure because like whenever we were there, we just had like the air mattress. And that was it. Like they're just like a blow up furniture.
Yeah, we were all on air. Yeah, I was on an air mattress. He was on an air mattress.
Yeah. And I was on some like nasty ass fucking chair, dude, with like no arms on it.
And then everybody was making jokes about because I think it was either you or S-Fan who said on the last episode of Allcraft, it was like, yeah, you remember after the show we all just like lied down on the bed together? It was literally the only piece of furniture to lie down on it.
Country barbecue and Hill Country.
This is actually like really what happened. So like after we did the dueling tournament, was this before or after we got Taco Cabana? But like regardless, so like I think we got done eating Taco Cabana, and then there was one twin size air mattress that Rich was sleeping on. And all three of us were laying on the air mattress all at the same time, cuddled up. Like, not cuddled up with each other, but just like kind of like...
Like manly cuddled up.
Yeah. Like reading Twitter and like reading good tweets about each other to each other.
Like hey, S-Man, they said you were really funny doing your interviews. It was like, dude, that night was awesome, man.
Yeah, it was so fucking awesome. I love that.
Dude, that tournament was so good. Like, dude, also, that was when they wrote the article on Deserto about S-Fan, like with the eye tracker.
Oh, it's immediitly looked at.
Yeah.
It's like every guy that does it, like
Frick.
it's just immediately. I won't. It's like Amarath, right? I will not. I will.
Oh man, I literally don't even try. When I watch Amaranth stream, I don't mind looking. Anywhere on the screen because it's all good content. It's 100% good content. Let's pull in somebody else.
Let's see.
What's up?
I'm gonna check Zach.
How you doing, Colin?
What's up, dude?
Oh yeah, he's still in. Hey, Colin, you there? Thank you, Fibrous. Oh, holy shit. I don't know if Colin's there.
Hello, guys.
Oh, there you are, Colin. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Also, Mighty Quins is dope.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Colin.
Oh, okay. I had a question about Torgas.
Shoot.
Let's do it.
Would you guys like to see Torghast becoming a permanent game feature like Mythic Trusted and Legion?
Sorry, I didn't get the second half of your question. What was it?
Would you like to see Torghast becoming a permanent game feature just like Mythic Plus did?
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see it first, right? Like,
But,
if
like,
it's
yeah, here's the
super,
thing.
yeah.
That's why I said I hope so, right? I mean, if it's good, yeah, I hope it will be. Key to portal, so we get Zach in.
Oh yeah.
And I got another question about the legendaries in Would you guys rather would the legendaries have to be like a random stat sticks, or would you rather have it to be have like cool affixes and effects like they did in Legion?
Wait, sorry. Can you say that one more time? I actually missed that.
Would you guys rather have the or affixes like they had in Legion, or just random stat sticks?
Legion.
Yeah, Legion.
100%.
Yeah.
110%, dude. Like, I want to see some actual. Like, I think that there should be a choice though to just have a stat stick, but what I worry about is the Arcano Crystal problem.
Yeah.
And like, I like the idea of just being able to choose raw stats as like from like just I don't know, just seems cool to me. But I don't think that's really
but also look at how raw stats can actually interact with gear when you have something like well, look at the amps right now.
Yeah,
it's more interesting.
I love the amplification things. I think they're really cool.
It is a little bit weird when you do like with it now when you actually go from I just don't think that this is an important complaint, but I see people making it a lot, so I'll address it. A lot of people are like, yeah, have fun. When you get to the next expansion now, you're going to go from 100% haste to like 10. But yeah, you always are going to hit your peak power and then go back down to nothing, right? Like, so I don't think that that's that important of a critique. But yeah, all in all, I really do hope that it's not just like static bullshit.
Yeah, me too.
Enjoy
Alright,
your
alright.
more and sub rich.
Then I got one more question.
Yeah,
shoot.
Does anybody in the chat, EU, want to carry me through a few erotic visions?
I like you.
It's called maximizing opportunity. No,
Right, well,
no.
that was it, guys.
No, hell no. Hey, my man, no.
Hey, my man.
Well, good luck. Yeah, thank you very
thanks,
much for coming
guys.
on. I'm sorry it didn't work
Yeah.
out.
Have a good day. Take care.
I'm surprised nobody just said yes. That was ballsy
I'm
as
not.
fuck.
I'm not. At least, hey, it's the first time we've had this happen before. It's like, I
Probably
wonder how long
last, too.
we have. Yeah, actually, probably not.
I think so.
We'll see. I hate this fucking boss. Like, I had one raid the other day, I did this, and we actually struggled on this boss because nobody would unstack for the fire debuff. They were just fucking around.
Imagine having fun spreading a debuff. Dude, I actually really... I want to play Minecraft Dungeons tonight, dude. We should actually play.
I want to actually see what the game is, because I haven't really even looked at the game. Like, I just saw like a 30-second clip of it, and it seemed cool.
It's
But that's all I
8-bit
know.
PoE.
Balls.
8-bit PoE? That sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
Balls.
I don't know how the gear actually works. Do you know you ever watch, I'm not sure if you ever watched his videos. You know Bloodshed?
Bloodshed?
Yeah,
No.
He makes I watch his videos and Riker's videos for builds for Diablo. He made or he was playing and he was like power gaming and I was like, wow, games they're solving the game, dude.
But you remember like Wolson, dude? People figured that game out in like 2 days.
I mean, I wish they could just actually, yeah, wish they could figure out how to make the actual servers fucking work or how to refund the game.
How to make the game good.
Soti cheered. X200.
Dude, Sodi, thank you.
There it is.
All
Dan.
right, let's grab somebody else here. Hello. How you doing, Lopotron? Oh, you just left.
Fuck them.
Where are all the chicks? Guys, somebody asked where all the chicks are in the chat. Could any of the chicks just say hi?
Yeah, just DM me, okay?
Well, wait, did I tell you what I'm doing?
What?
Dude, I watched your stream. I learned so many cool things, and I wanted to try to actually incorporate some of your brilliant ideas into my stream, but I want to put my own twist on them. So I keep seeing that you're doing like these transmog competitions. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm actually currently, and some of you guys probably haven't even heard this yet. I'm actually running my own. I'm running my own. Oh, Lopatron, I'll pull you back in. I'm running my own transmog competition. My first ever transmog competition ever. But you do it so well in game that I don't feel like I actually need to do a transmog competition in game. So I'm actually doing an IRL transmog competition. So like you can actually send me like something that you wear in real life. You can DM it to me, and we're gonna do themes for each one. And the first theme is ladies. So if you are a girl, you can send me your IRL transmog, and I will rate it. And
DM.
Yeah, you can DM it to me. So if you guys do want to send that right now, shoot over a DM. Instagram, Twitter works fine. Be sure to enter. The prizes for the competition will be announced soon, and I'm really looking forward to your entries.
Yeah, this actually sounds like a great idea. I might do that for my stream too. That sounds awesome.
If you need help at any point right in any of the transmogs, just hit me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move Lopatron back in here. Lopatron did not mean to leave. How you doing, Lopatron?
What up, you beautiful fucks?
How you doing?
What up, dude? How you doing?
Can you hear us, Lopatron?
Stream real quick.
Oh yeah. You got that.
Yeah,
echo.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. What's good, guys?
Sorry, somebody just DM'd me a picture of a cat with a birthday hat on it for the transmog competition.
Oh my god, dude. Okay. All
right, Lopatron, you got any questions?
One thing I was thinking about is like, you know how there's like a talent system in like PvP? What if you like were to implement one within like Mythic Plus?
A talent system in PvE. Oh, with only Mythic Plus talents? I don't like that.
Because I mean, you got like because also like Torghast, you got like how you climb up and you get certain powers that buff your character. But like, what if like throughout Mythic Keys, like it gets harder, but also like within the talent system, like kind of like implement Torghast things and like.
Oh, you mean like different levels? I think that something like that could be interesting, but I'd like to see them kind of start working on making Torghast functional in that way before they started trying to do the same thing with Mythic Plus.
Yeah, I think that so Torghast. Look at the table for example in Visions. I think that something like that should definitely be there for Torghast. But when you look at Mythic Plus and even PvP right now, I really do kind of feel like I genuinely feel like for the most part those talents right now aren't even in the best spot that they could be in PvP. So I'm a little bit dubious on a system like that, but I do think Torghast is unique, and I think that the table system that we do have is pretty decent.
Yeah, I think that they can really do some good stuff with it. But I generally don't like the idea of having like a lot of talents and like things in the game that are exclusive to like certain elements of the game. I'd like to actually have more things that are just kind of unique to just like the classes fundamentally, rather than having like unique power for different elements of the game, because I think it kind of sections out like only certain parts of the game.
Yeah, I can see that, but it's just I'm just excited for Shadowlands. That's all I gotta say. I like this. This BFA shit's kind of rant. Just boring at the.
It sucks. Doesn't
Like,
it?
and I'm an alcoholic too, which is fucking terrible.
Yeah? Why is it terrible?
Because I gotta farm. I gotta do the quest for the clothes.
Oh, you mean you're an
10,000.
alcoholic now? Oh, dude,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you're obviously going to be having a really bad time. Yeah, no doubt.
You know, I'm still having a lot of fun though. I mean, I wouldn't say fun, but define fun. Mostly just kind of farming shit,
Yeah.
existing,
Yeah.
playing the game, getting honor kills, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
But big fan of your streams, especially you, Rich.
Thank you, man.
As when you're okay.
Cool, thanks.
But anyway, I'm gonna let someone else talk for now. Take it easy, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
and thank you for that. Some good ideas.
I don't know if we're going to be able to kill it here. This boss is always a con.
This boss is a little bit annoying. First time. This is always the one where
This is
people
the one where, this is where dreams end.
I just got buster blasted on my fucking face, dude. Good thing I've
Yeah,
been
I
training
think you
for
got
that
it
hit
there
my
as
whole
well.
life.
Yeah. And you're gonna die by the last tick. Yep, you did. I knew it.
Almost
Oh,
made
boy.
it. Almost made it, dude.
Generator. Okay, I think we should be fine here. I just need to.
Guys, some of these entries to the transmog competition are fucking fantastic.
We're gonna kill it. Okay. This is the first time we ever one shot. This group's gonna be really good. All right, let's see if I get the mount, dude. Watch me get the mount, dude.
Brett, don't do that to your cat.
There it is, dude. Okay.
Wait, you got it?
No,
Oh, that was a sad there it is.
no, they did not get it.
That was a sad there. I thought it was a happy there it is.
Yeah.
My turn. Here we go. Transmog.
That's a cloak, dude. Nice.
Transmog, yeah. Really cool. It's like the legendary cloak, but cooler. Sorry, I'm just double checking to see any more of the entries right now. All right. There we go. Has been wiped for an hour on this in a viewer raid Keck W.
Yep, we sure did. And the thing is, we actually had 2 debuffs go out, but like our healers here are just really strong, and so didn't really matter. I think I'm probably just gonna bring 5 healers for this boss, or for this raid from now on.
Thank you, Dr.
I
Prosh.
think that'll help a lot.
Did your internet fix, by the way?
I don't know. Like, it just kind of stopped happening. Like,
Yeah.
it happened for like a while, and then it just stopped. It's like what I did. What's really weird is like I went downstairs and I just turned off the laptop, and then it stopped happening. But I don't know if it was because of the, like there's no real way for me to have a controlled variable, so I'm just kind of guessing.
Sorry.
What?
The reason I think you've been lagging really hard. Your voice is super fucking robotic the entire time that you were talking about it being fixed. I'm sorry, it was so funny.
Oh.
You literally were like, I think
Okay. It's working now.
it is
Yeah.
working now. Also, I
Alright,
want to give a huge shout out to Layla Starr. The heals have been incredible.
Who's that?
Our healer, Layla Starr.
Oh, that dude was running around on the last boss. I thought to call him out, but yeah, I guess so. Let me see. How much healing do you do?
I pulled
Healing
somebody,
dot.
by the way.
Winnow did 90,000 healing. The last time we had somebody in here, they did fucking 30. How's it possible to have that big of a difference?
Trust me, I've experienced quite a few big differences when partied with Layla Star.
Yeah.
Yo, how you doing, McMoist?
Dude, I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
Absolutely
Chilling,
excellent, dude.
Yeah.
Let me turn up your volume a little bit. There you go.
All right. So, fuck, I literally just had my. Okay, yeah. My question is, so I was actually thinking about this. There's old, like dungeons and stuff such as Dead Mines, and they brought that back in Cataclysm, right,
Yeah.
for them to redo. Would you want to see that with like any other dungeons in the future for something like Shadowlands? Do you think there'd be anything cool to rerun? I guess.
I think that the way that they've done Mechagon, I think, is really great. And if they ever did a new Sunken Temple, I think that'd be really cool too. Like if they revamped Sunken Temple and they made it as like expansive as it used to be, I think that'd be awesome with like certain special rewards, like a mega dungeon. But I think Mechagon, for example, was probably one of the best dungeons Blizzard's ever made.
I think the super dungeon trend has been working out pretty well, right? Because Karazhan felt good as well.
I think that there needs to be more progress inside of the super dungeons and not just like one optional hard mode thing. Like if they added like a few extra things on top of that, it would be really good.
Yeah.
Kind of like how War had like, for example, you had like Ulduar and then you have Ulduar hard modes, and like there was so much fluctuation inside of those hard modes that it actually did feel like a progress.
Yeah, I think too for like a lot of the really top tier players, Mechagon hard mode was just something really easy that they knocked out very quickly. Like there really aren't that many good players that it would have taken up till now to actually get the Mechagon hard mode down. So I definitely do agree if they do want the longevity of that dungeon, if they just want to make the shelf life a little bit longer by adding some additional challenges in there that would really challenge good players, I think it would be very helpful for the game as a whole.
Well, yeah, I mean, there it is. I mean, there are challenges like Buster Blast from King Mechagon that or King whatever the hell Mechatork.
I was raiding Transmog, dude.
They are quite a challenge, and many people can't do them.
So I was raiding Transmog, dude.
It is what it is.
I learned from you.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one more for you guys.
Yeah.
So, I know Asmund, you're pretty stern on this topic because I know you despise LFR, and I guess I don't fully see why, but I have a follow-up question as to like different raid tiers. Can you explain like why you really don't like LFR at first?
There's a number of reasons. I think that it kind of makes the social interaction of raiding just like a throwaway interaction, and it doesn't really matter as much whenever you have LFR. And then also, more than that, one of the bigger problems I see with LFR is the fact that it kind of gives people an opportunity to do all of the raiding content and accomplish all of the content in the game with no real sense of interaction with other players. And in terms of a like functional, like numerical reason why I think it's bad, it creates a system where LFR usually outdates or outpaces the gear from the expansion or tier that's before that, and especially 2 tiers that are before that. So they take a game that basically has, let's say, 4 raids, and LFR effectively makes it only have 2 raids.
Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, I don't do LFR because I'm not trash at the game, so you guys can throw some big caps in the chat for that. But yeah, no, I think LFR is pretty bad. So I guess my question is, how like would you solve that other than like just removing it? Since there's so many like different raid tiers, I guess, and I guess my question can lead into there's too much fucking gear in the game. Like I don't know if you'd agree with that, but
I think
like,
they
how do you
already
think,
have.
Yeah, they've kind of addressed that, but I don't know how you like think that like a good way of I guess solving that problem would be, because it feels like I mean, you could just do normal, which kind of seems like a waste of time now. You could just jump into heroic, and then after that you could just do like mythic. It feels like I have to run the same raid on like 15 different difficulties like 15 times a week, I guess.
Well, it's the progression system, which is the problem. There's no visual progression in the raid. For example, right now, the only raid that you do is Nilotha. The other, like Eternal Palace, is really just for high-end players who are trying to get their best in slot trinkets. Most people don't even really bother with it, except for like maybe 1 or 2 heroic raids to get it, and then they're done. And or maybe get their essence. Other than that, I mean, it's like, for example, I think that all raiding content inside of an expansion should be relevant for the expansion. And the problem is that it's not. If you look at the way that raiding content is in what do you call it? In BFA, there's no reason to do Uldir. There's no reason to do Crucible of Storms. There's no reason to do Battle of Dazar'alor, except aside for the mount, right? And I don't really think the game should work that way. In my opinion, I think that the way that the game worked in terms of progression in Burning Crusade was the best option. And even in Vanilla WoW, where you would want to gear up so that way your character would be ready for the next raid whenever it would come out. And it would create a reason for players to gear up. And there would be a current real-time reward to doing that, rather than knowing that as soon as the patch comes out, there's not going to be anything else really that matters. That all of your accomplishments in the previous patch are basically reset. And the problem with that is that everybody else pretty much gets reset to your level, and so everyone gets reset to the same place. Whereas if the raid came out, whenever tier 6 came out, yeah, you replaced all of your tier 5 gear, but you needed your tier 5 gear to get your tier 6 gear. I think that's the way it should work.
I also think that to go back to the LFR thing in particular, I go back. Fuck, what's I forget what the dungeon's called on Exiles Reach, but I think that dungeon, the way that works, I feel like if they want to make sure that players experience some form of raiding content for each tier, it would be kind of interesting to actually make a different, almost prologue story scenario that players can get catch-up gear in, some level of catch-up gear, actually drop blues and get a little bit of the story as well, and actually have it be an extra piece of thing instead of just the laziness that LFR is. That's an absolute mess. I would much rather see something like that than to see what it currentently is. Wait, I gotta move my camera back. There we go. But yeah.
Well, let me just tell the group what we need to do.
Okay.
So we're gonna Boro's gonna use the hammer at the beginning, which is going to allow us to use heroism on Jaina. And then once we get to the transition, everybody's going to stack up over at the mark right there. Everybody's going to stack up over there. We will break out all of the ice blocks. Nobody will move until all of the ice blocks on the ship are broken out. We leave no man behind. Every single player at that point will move over to the left, all the way over towards where Jaina is, staying
more
with me.
dots,
Who will
more
have an X
dots,
on their
more
head. I will
dots,
have an
more
X on my
dots.
head.
Can I get that?
And what we're going to do is just wait for Jaina to bug out and then start phase 2. And after that, it's pretty much just, play the game. Always break out ice blocks though. Okay.
I am mold
Sorry about that. I had to make sure
KKW
to
hit
explain
Jaina till 0 health.
Yeah, I mean, I really do agree with that. I think the game is kind of becoming really dumbed down, and there's just kind of too much stuff to do. I mean, we all know that, right? The guy was talking about leveling alts and stuff, and I feel like the game's just abysmal to come back to. And I think it's kind of similar, but I think the different raid tiers are it's just not good. I think before, when it was 10 and 25 man, right? Maybe there's just normal and heroic. I think that was kind of cool and whatnot, but I think, and right now the game's not in the best spot for that. And yeah, I think that's it for that. But I said I had one more question, but I just thought of something else. So additioning, adding on content and whatnot. So have you ever thought about what if they just added expansions without I guess the level squish kind of helps with this, but any expansions that maybe take longer, but they just have more content, and it's not specifically leveling. It's just essentially more content, I'm trying to remember what it is. The thing where you got
just
fucking
patch, basically. But
yeah,
really
essentially
big
a big patch where it's not a requirement to level up. Do you think that would be better for the game in a sense than just making people progress through leveling?
I don't really think so. I think leveling serves to be a reset for a lot of people, and I think a lot of people like the idea of leveling. That's what everybody move over to X. People like the idea of leveling, but at the same time, it's also kind of problematic for other reasons too. So the way that BFA
Stand
leveling
in
works
fire
is
to make
certainly
damage
not fun
higher.
or enjoyable, and so I wouldn't want to see anything like that.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think that the XP buff pretty much really fixes that, because it pretty much felt like I was just getting fucked in the ass whenever I was leveling that character, which is why I did it so
Stand in
much.
fire
But, I
to
mean,
make damage higher. Ha ha
yeah,
ha!
it was
So
just
high, I am
unenjoyable.
so high. On the meter.
I think that's really it I have for you guys. I just wanted to say before I hop off here and let you guys finish raid, I just wanted to say thanks guys a lot for streaming, because it really helps me throughout my day, because sometimes it can be long and whatnot. You guys pretty much have inspired me to get back in WoW, and do all this completionism stuff because I used to be a PvP Andy and whatnot. Only do that and watching you like farm for all these mounts and stuff, Asman, it's like super fun. Like I'm fucking addicted to this game again, literally just for farming mounts. So and
I'm
like,
glad I've
transmog.
converted you into the real game.
Yeah, I talk to people and I have like a group of friends and all they do is just run Mythic plus keys and I'm like that just sounds like abysmal. The old content is like better than the new content because BFA sucks cock. So
yeah,
spits. Nothing wrong with sucking. There's something wrong with spitting. Spitting's for quitters.
I'm telling you, dude. That's why I like it so much. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for having me on and answering my questions.
Thank
Take
you
it
very
easy,
much,
guys.
man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Fandy is down to do Minecraft dungeons later tonight. If you're down.
Okay. I'm waiting to figure out how this is. So you know how this works, right? This bug.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
We've already bugged out the boss once by using heroism in a way that's not intended. We're not supposed to be able to use heroism on this boss, and we just did. Whenever her cast becomes unprotected, just go ahead and interrupt her, guys.
Yeah, I have a lot of experience with that with the unprotected portion.
Right here. What are you doing, Bash Cutter? Come back. Why are you moving up? There's no reason for you to move up.
What the fuck, Bash
Don't
Cutter?
move up. Yeah, I said to stay with me. Be inside the efflorescence. There we go. Okay. Yeah, just follow the directions. And after this one, we're going to move over to the... we'll bring the next blue things over, or pink things over. Wow, this is really dumb. Okay. We should still be able to kill it. Res one of the healers. Res one of the healers. Okay, take this pink thing over to the guy. Yeah, there we go. Move out of this. We're gonna break this. All right, break it. There we go. We'll break that ice block after this. Doesn't really matter if we stand in this. It shouldn't kill anybody. Okay.
I think I'm far enough away from him that I don't need to worry about it.
And now we have the ice block. Move with me.
Guess I'm
Move
dead
with
on the
me.
ship.
Break that ice block out. There we go. And I'm ice blocked.
You know what's weird? Have you guys ever noticed that the stench of ball sweat and spit, if they linger on a piece of clothing long enough, they reach an equilibrium point where they both smell the same? Have you ever noticed that? Actually, wait, I just realized maybe that's because I have lingering saliva. It's mixed in.
Kill both of these elementals
Yeah, why
before
not?
you interrupt Jana. Kill these elementals before you interrupt Jana. Come back and break the people out from the ice blocks. Come back and break the people out from the ice blocks. Come back and break people out from the ice blocks.
Yo, Tyrion just messaged me, please get me in for Allcraft. I'm ready to rip, my guy is sick. Should we play Minecraft tonight? Should we actually play Minecraft tonight?
Looks like this one's gonna be white because people are fucking retarded. I can't even believe this happened.
Guys, focus the fuck up.
Are you guys fucking retarded? Like, why do you do that?
Yeah,
Why
we
do you
don't
just
say that word
randomly run
anymore,
away?
but it's true.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you wipe on this boss?
Guys, listen to Asman. He's trying to raid lead. He's just trying to get us in and out of here, so we can get the mouse.
I just follow the calls, guys.
The callouts are literally commencing, dude.
Just die.
Just die, dude. In game.
Okay. I'll do it again.
Man, I can't believe that. Side note, I noticed something really weird. You want to hear something weird?
What?
It's kind of like a science thing. So, like, I have my face mask for when I go outside, and it's starting to smell because I've been reusing it.
Yeah.
So it's like, it smells like spit, like lingering spit over time. And I realized it smells very similar to, like, my shorts that I haven't washed in a little while.
Uh-huh.
So I was kind of curious, like, what makes ball sweat and spit hit equilibrium. But then you know what I realized?
What?
Maybe I just have some residual spit on my balls.
Hey, it is what it is, dude.
That's my scent, brother.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
The hammer. Probably want to break the ballistas out ranged.
It's been 3 weeks. You still didn't learn how to say it.
What? What the hell do you call it?
Say it again.
Ballista? What? That's how you say it. I think it is.
Fuck, he's gonna make fun of me now.
Look at this guy. It just randomly ran out for no reason. Jesus Christ. What about this guy? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Just break these guys. Break them out. Like,
He's gonna make fun of me now. Yo,
Jesus
wait, yo,
Christ,
thank you for those
what the
gifted
fuck is
subs.
going
Holy
on?
shit. Dude, Captain, thank you for another 5 gifted subs. Holy shit. Whoa. We're at the highest sub count ever. 7,698 subs. Thank you guys.
break these out.
Thank you guys for enjoying
Move together.
the high level gameplay that you're seeing right now. Guys, genuinely, thank you so much for
Move together with
enjoying,
me. Move with me.
For enjoying
Move
this high
with
level
me.
gameplay.
Move with me.
What the fuck? Rich is always dead? Yeah, it's because I was
Move with
literally-
me.
I only
Don't
have a
move ahead.
453
Don't move
character on
behind.
Alliance.
If I see you moving up in front of me for no reason, I'm gonna kick you out of the raid.
Yes, alive and on your balls,
Come back.
sure, bro. More like the
Come
balls
back.
were in your mouth, Garchi hybrid.
We just lost somebody. Come back.
777 Duovic 700.
Dude, when Brian's voice goes up like that, you know it's coming. Like, more like the voice inside of you. High level, mate. Asmon is in the group. Barely high level. I will ban you from every channel on Twitch, Wildheart. You know, I can do that. I'm a fucking rhinoceros. You may
pretty
not have
well.
known that. And you know what that means? Us animals, we got friends in high places. We got friends in fucking high places. You should be fucking scared. You mess with the rhino, you get the horn. You get the fucking horn. Think you can take that, brother? Think you can take the fucking horn?
Okay.
Try it again. You see what happens.
Stay with me. Oh boy. Looks like this one could be a kill. We'll see what happens.
I think you guys got it.
Interrupt Jaina. Interrupt Jaina. There we go.
Interrupt Asmon.
Alright. Okay.
What's here for Asmon? Can't tell you, yo, true
Stay
dude.
together.
Me too.
Why? Who is that? Who's that that's all the way like torture? Why would you do that? Break torture out. Break torture out. Actually, just ignore torture.
True.
Go ahead and take the next group, purple ones over to the things. Move over to them. We always have to break these out.
Imagine being here for Rich.
Didn't break
Subbed.
them out. Battle Res me.
Literally subbed. Dude.
Okay. And we're gonna go over to the other area, so just get ready to
Rich
move.
subs kicked me. Dude, everybody subbed to my fucking stream on the
this one's gonna be a
platform.
kill
It's
unless people
actually
really
fucking
fuck
so.
up.
Dude, like people literally come into my stream and they're like, "Yo, fuck you, you fucking retard," and then they're like, "What the fuck? How'd I get a sub?"
Dan Cray just ran in and got hit by this one for no reason. Okay, let's kill this. Take me out. Good.
Dude,
keep pushing.
Loud. Thank you very
We'll
much.
get him later.
Thank you very much. Imagine subbing. Came here to spam bald. Guys, I'm actually balding. I actually, if I get to 10k subs, I'm gonna shave off all my hair. If I get 10k subs, I will shave off all my hair. Not always. That doesn't go for always. But if I get, if I get to 10k subs, this month I'll shave off all my hair. Yeah, if I get 10k subs, Asmon's gonna shave off all of his hair.
What? Yeah, right.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right,
and
boys.
right.
Yeah, right. Get those credit cards. Oh, come on, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
They said,
You let him into it.
they said,
Yeah.
So no
All right,
joke.
there it is. We
Oh
killed it.
shit!
Fuck yeah.
Wait, I get the mount?
Let's find out. I mean, you might. Let's see. Okay. All right, mount number 1. Let's see.
No, give it to me.
Dr. Cray
Give it to me.
and Mooger. All right, boys. That's a good run. You guys did real well. Thanks a lot for coming. Everything went real well. Let's see. What else can we do? What, dude? Damn, it's like everybody has this mount except Rich. Wow, dude. That is crazy. Everybody else has it. That is insane, dude. What are the odds of that? What could the odds of that be? You can bring in more people too.
Yo, Asmon.
Yeah.
Will you rate my transmog with the mount?
Yeah, sure.
I'm up on the stairs.
Okay. Okay.
Next week, 2 more of these mounts are gonna drop.
Yep.
That's not how Squawks works, though.
Yeah, actually it is.
What?
Yeah, it's real easy to get now. There's tons of these.
Squawks?
Yeah, they're super easy to get. Yeah, the boxes, you just get them out of the box. It's
Wait, then why
super
don't
easy.
you have it?
I haven't farmed islands at all. I've been lazy. I could probably, like, if I farmed islands for a whole day, I'd get enough coins to pretty much just run these.
Yeah, if I farmed Mythic Channel all day, I'd just get it.
No, because you can only do it on one character. Or you can only do it once a week. You
Yeah,
do it on
on
multiple
each
characters.
character.
That's a lot of time, though.
I can
And how
do
many
it.
other island mounts do you have?
All of them.
That's the only one.
No, I have
That's
all
the
of
only
them.
one.
I have all of them.
That's the only
I have
one,
all
dude.
of
That's
them.
crazy. You only have one.
No, I have all of them.
Dude, imagine only having one island now. Wow.
Imagine spending 14 hours a day farming mounts.
That's it? Alright, guys, we'll do Old Deer real quick. We can do Mythical Deer since you have a pretty good group of 20 people. Let's just head over there.
Alright, I'll pull in somebody else.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't think I'll need to explain anything for Old Deer. We need just a couple more people. We'll get Rander in here. Yeah. Yeah, you guys can requeue. Let me just change the title.
Hey, Lumicord. You there, Lumicord? Bye, Lumicord. Oh no, Lumicord's there. Hi, Lumicord. Oh, we can't hear you. I'm gonna move you back down to the waiting room, and then if you figure out the mic thing, I'll try to pull you back up. Sorry about that. Just can't hear you.
Oh shit, our tanks left.
It's fine, we'll find more.
Fuck, dude. Alright, let's go. Yeah, we need tanks for Mythical Deer.
Yo, what's up? What's up, Diaper Gnome? I got Radarin in here.
Yeah, we need 2 tanks.
Thank you, Mule. Yo, what's up? So, what made you create a Mechanome?
Honestly, when I first saw them, I more was a gnome before this. So I decided just to go on Mecha Gnome. And my guild kind of makes fun of me for it a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
I like getting made fun of and humiliated too, and usually it's way too expensive.
Yeah, for you it was only $25.
Fisting's
I
300.
Mecha Gnome since the day they came out. At the first thing I did when the patch came out, and I went and unlocked it and got in Mecha Gnome.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really know anything that's good about him, but it's, you know, it is what it is.
I mean, the racial's good, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, there is that. All right. Let's see. We need one more person, and we need tanks. We need tanks for Mythical Deer. Guys, Rich, can you pull it up on screen so they can see it?
Sure thing. I'm gonna pee too, really
Okay.
quick.
When Rich gets back, I'll ask my question.
What were you going to ask him?
What is yours and Rich's opinion on Raider IO score currently?
I mean, I think it's fine, really. I mean, I think a lot of the people that don't like Raider IO are people that just, you know, they want to be invited to groups, but they're not getting invited to groups. I think it's really just that simple. And, say what?
The main reason I don't like it, especially as a Warlock main, is because Warlock's not a meta class at the moment. Even with me being this geared and with a decent score, I still get declined from groups every day.
That's crazy. Do you feel like they decline you because you're a Warlock? Is that what they tell you, or are you just kind of like assuming that?
I mean, I'm assuming that because, I mean, I'm 2.2k score, 483 eye level. So it's not like I don't have experience.
Yeah. That does make sense. That kind of sucks, dude. Yeah,
Like,
I
even just doing
don't
like
know.
on weekly 15, I had to try to apply like 5 different groups a week.
Yeah. Okay, let's make sure that we have everybody here. We're just gonna do it with one tank. Get summons out, and actually let's just go inside, and we'll summon inside. Rich, you there?
Yeah.
So, Radaran asked about Raider IO score. How do you feel about Raider IO score?
So it's really toxic and it doesn't work, and it's one of the things that allow people to gatekeep without like, people don't even understand how to look at the Raider IO, right? And it also is so easy to just purchase Raider IO, right? I think that there needs to be an in-game feature. Like, I think the real problem right now is the fact that people just can buy runs, buy carries. So like half the Raider IO is overinflated, and people right now also, like, I think the bigger problem is even outside of Raider IO. People won't invite certain classes into runs because they're perceived as bad, when really you just don't. You can bring fucking dog shit to a 15 and time it.
Yeah, I've never really experienced that. I guess maybe it's because I'm a warrior, but for me personally, I've never really had something like that happen. So it's kind of unique to, I guess, like, your experience. But for me personally, I've never really had to deal with any kind of issue. I actually think Raider IO is a good thing. Because, like, it basically, I think it's much better than, let's say, item level, for example, because item level doesn't really tell, like, what a player's skill level is, for example. Like, there's somebody who can be item level 479, and they can be completely brain dead. Like, they have no idea how to play the game at all. Let's try to get this monk in here first before we pull. We'll see if we can get him in here. But, like, with Raider IO, for example, you know if somebody's completed, like, a 16 or a 15, and so it's performance-based, not gear-based, and I think that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
And it's a very positive thing in my mind.
I just, I think right now, there are just so many things that cause... When you actually look at something like Mythic Plus as a whole, and when these metas are getting formed, and people only think that you can bring certain classes to actually get it down, that's bad. And does Raider IO cause all of those problems? Absolutely not. I think it gets a little bit too much flack.
I would actually go as far to say that Raider IO probably does the opposite. So, for example, if I had a Warlock that queues up for my group, and this Warlock has a 2.9k score, and he's 479 item level, and I have a Rogue queue up, and he also is 479 item level, but his score is 900, then I know that Warlock, even though he's not a meta class, is going to probably be a better player and more useful to the group because he's proven himself in that exact content.
You, as somebody who understands the game, who doesn't even really need to check Raider IO to make a group, like, well, then I don't have problems finding groups for keys, right? Like, at all. But if I was just like, I've done the Raider IO grind, and I understand why people get upset about it. It's not just as simple as, like, oh, casual, oh, bad player. Like, there is actually something to the idea. Like, and I don't think it's Raider IO's fault, right? I think it's more the game's fault than anything else.
Well, how could the game do a better job? I think that's an interesting way to look at it. Because, like, you can buy any achievement in the game.
Yeah.
So, like, how would an in-game system work any better than Raider IO?
Sorry, I just wanted to target one thing, because, like, someone was like, because your friends carry you. I mean, this is like, do I get carried? Yeah, sure. But yeah, but the thing is like, at the end of the day, like, I mean, you were there for when I was doing it a lot. I didn't even stream it because, like, I actually just wanted to play the game. But when in Legion, when I was like, I'm just gonna push my Raider IO as, like, high as I could, and was actually, like, trying to compete and, like, be #1 on the server and shit like that, right? Like, I've done that before. And when you're actually looking at that, and you're actually at that high end of things, you actually know everybody who you're going to be bringing into a key, right?
Well, it's the same as like you just have like a group of friends that you basically play with. Like
Yeah.
Raider IO is just something for people that don't know each other to like kind of have a quick way to judge. Okay, is this person competent or not? And it's like I think that if you took 100 people that had a 3K Raider IO score, and you took 100 people that had a 1K Raider IO score, you're gonna have a higher like frequency of competent players in the 3K pool than the 1K pool.
Yeah, I just feel like the reason that I bring that up though is because I feel like a lot of the players who kind of set the meta for Raider IO don't actually need to look at Raider IO to figure out who they want to get in their group, and then the people that actually are looking at Raider IO to create the pugs don't really understand why certain groups are set up that way, what they actually need for the level of key that they're doing.
People think you need 3 rogues back in the day.
Yeah. So it's like the system's actually quite fun when you're playing on the high level and you push as far as you can. Like that was I don't know if do you remember that in Legion when I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna compete in the MDI, dude. And every day I was just pushing my Raider IO, and I was just playing with Sours, I was playing with Lyrans all day, and like I was literally watching my Raider IO go up, and that was what I was enjoying. Like you were farming mounts, I was farming Raider IO score, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about finding groups. Raider IO wasn't a thing that was gatekeeping me, but the groups that we were running on, like, you know, for like keys that were on the higher end, that meta then gets established for groups on the lower end. Look at enhancement shamans. People still think that shamans are bad, and they're not. People thought that like elemental was bad when it literally was used, like 80 of them were used to down a raid tier, right? When you actually looked at the whatever that was called. Why? Because that was established initially at the beginning of the expansion, and some players were talking about that, and the community just never shakes that. And that's the reason why I do bring it up. I think Raider IO does get way too much of the flack for it, but I think it is important to think about.
I think Raider IO is purely a tool, and there's nothing negative about it. Like, obviously, people can use it in negative ways, sure, but I think that's just an incompetency of the player, and there's always been that. Like, today, for example, you know, in Classic WoW, instead of checking somebody's Raider IO, I had to have them come to the bank steps, I inspect them, and I either kick them out of the group or not. And that's...
Yeah.
Ooh, can I get that mace? Dude. Sexy, my best friend, man. Yo, my boy. Can I get that mace?
I just also feel like Raider promotes toxicity in the community in some sense too.
How do you feel like it does that?
Like people, in the same sense that I guess people make fun of people for not having like ahead of the curve and cutting edge and stuff. Telling people like they would do that about people's IO score because it's not high enough. And that, I mean, I've seen it in groups and stuff like that.
I mean, people use, and this is why, like, I'm like kind of half agreeing. I mean, I feel like I'm not usually somebody who half agrees with something or half disagrees with something. I think people will use anything to try to make themselves feel better about themselves as a player and help build sometimes a delusional idea of how good they actually are at the game in a feeble way of trying to form an interesting character trait. And if Raider IO is there, they'll try to use that. If an achievement's there, they'll try to use that. If item level's there, they'll try to use that.
That's what I'm saying, is like people used achievements before then. And then we had like item level, and like item level was obviously a flawed measurement. But I would say it's probably just as like we originally had inspected bank steps, then we had gear score, then we had item level, then we had we had inspected bank steps, we had gear score, and then achievement. Like those are kind of hand in hand. And then we used like gear score and achievement, and then we stopped using gear score, and then it was item level and achievement. Then now it's basically Raider IO.
You know, the only thing that wasn't toxic?
What?
Genuinely, the only thing that wasn't toxic was getting invited to groups based off of server reputation and who you were. And
that's not ever like what it was though, and that's like, how is that not toxic?
It totally was. I mean, no, like you just met good people and you played with them, like, and
It's
now
like,
what'd you say?
It's the exact opposite though. I think that's rose-tinted goggles personally, because like, for example, today there was a person that I invited into my group for ZG, and I was spammed the entire time of people who were angry that we invited this person because of something that this person may or may not have done. And like, so some persons, and like, I don't know if that's true or not. So I think that the ability that a group of people have to like ruin somebody's server's reputation, like if you want to, well, we don't know if he did it.
I mean, I don't need to do any research, dude. Journalists don't need to do any research. Let me get right into the news on this one, dude. He did it. I saw 3 people in chat say that he did it. I already know his name. I know where.
Why would 3 people say that if it wasn't true?
Yeah, dude. I just did my research. Let's get right into the news. Kenneth, he did it.
Yeah, and so like what I mean is that like server reputation, I think it has the potential or the capacity to be even more toxic because it's not objective at all. It's completely subjective. Whereas at least something like Raider.io is objective. Like it's like you either did the 18 or you didn't do the 18. You know what I mean? And I think that's much better than, this kind of, oh, well, this person has a good reputation or a bad reputation. Because you also have people that have good reputations and they shouldn't because they're just friends with people or like, something like that. There are a lot of really bad elements to it, in my opinion.
Oh, I forgot how fast these bosses died.
This guy takes extra damage, 50%.
Yeah.
He's fucking deleted.
But yeah, I think that the reason that I bring that up though is because like I know that all the groups that I got back in the day, and this is like before streaming or any of that shit existed, like especially in BC, like I sucked but I was nice, so people taught me a lot about the game. And then by Wrath, I was nice and I was good, and I got into groups because of that. I knew the other people on my server, and the server communities were pretty easy to understand and navigate, and I felt like I built up a really big network of people that I played with. And now I feel like that community, because of cross-realm stuff, is just a very different landscape. I'm not saying whether it's good or bad, but I feel like
I think so much of that though, like here's my opinion, is I think so much of that though is informed by the time frame that it happened in and not necessarily by the content itself. And the parallel that I can draw is the way that people play classic WoW now compared to the way that they played it in 2006. People play the game entirely differently now, even though it's the exact same game, because player goals have changed, player like expectations have changed, everything has changed. And in the process of them changing, things that used to work or used to make sense don't work and don't make sense anymore. It's just the way it is.
I do agree. I do agree with that.
What is the server you use for call-ins?
I think the Raider.io conversation is very interesting. And there are people that I think that there are like arguments to be made against it for people misusing it, but I don't think that's necessarily like a bad thing. It's just like the inadequacies of that person and like not understanding how to make good decisions.
I mean, yeah, it's just I've been waiting for since MOP, and it just feels like that this is the worst time. I quit pushing Mythic Plus this season because of not being able to get into high keys on my Warlock.
Well,
I kind of do out on my Hunter.
I guess I can't really speak for everyone, but like I know that my experience whenever I used to do high keys, and I don't mean like high, I mean we do like a 22 or a 25 or something like that back in Legion, which wasn't like a huge big deal.
So that's
but like my experience back then is like I would never even like talk to anyone I didn't know. Like I already had like a group of people that I did them with, and like they would just message me, and like so you didn't really have that.
I mean, I had that in Legion, but like all of them kind of quit the game, so I'm kind of on my own now.
Yeah. I think that's the most important thing is like whenever you get up there and you're like playing at like that high level, it's the same with like RBGs and Arena too. Like everybody up at the top kind of all knows each other. And so there's going to be like you don't have to worry about like your score in the same way. It's the same with like, for example, like there are people that I know and I've played with them for like years and I know how good they are. And if they wanted to come back and do Nilotha Mythic, like if they had an item of 465, I'd take them over somebody who's 475, like in a second. And I think that's really where the player reputation and things like that matter. But like I think that having a number there is really good for people that don't know each other.
Yeah,
and I think that's really what it's for the most.
I do think though now is like you look at those players who are look at Chance, right? Chance has item level now, even, but he's a really good player. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that. He can't do any damage. He's not going to be able to do any damage for like another quite some time, even with all of the progression that's been thrown at him, right? It's an interesting predicament in the game right now. It's obviously a little bit tangential to what we were talking to, but you can't really bring in that player. A lot of the communities are hurt by that too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you need to do. That's definitely true. Yeah, he's 480.
Yeah, he's 480, but
that's higher than me.
Yeah. I mean, that's higher than my hunter. My hunter, I think right now is 470, but it was 470 last week, and that didn't mean that I did damage. I started doing damage now. Look at it this way. I needed to roll on a trait, and I got the trait in heroic. I got unlucky with my rolls, but getting one piece of gear, that one Azerite trait, getting that one piece of gear gave me 11k damage.
Yeah, what's that? The warrior arms one is like that.
And it's broken.
Is like that too.
It's actually broken. And then you know what's even crazier? A lot of the traits, it's Dance of Death. And then think of Dance of Death as well. Like, the problem is even worse with corruption because you can amp Dance of Death. You can get triple stack Dance of Death, and then you can 12% amp it with one corruption. You can literally 12. That's like 100% mastery. With what, that's 3 pieces of gear, and you just amp it. It's absurd. I mean, look at it that way. Like, you can literally with 1 piece of gear have 10 to 11% damage, and then amp it by 12%. So even though Chance got hard carried like that, the way that the game works right now is very different than it's ever worked before, and that's not even including essences and all of those things.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the...
Sorry, I'm talking about the other thing that you can amp. What's the other one with Dance of Death? What's the green one called?
My Alta Hunter, I don't remember. Primal something?
Yeah, yeah, so you literally just amp your Azerite gear.
Yeah. Makes it so you get more mastery from your CD, big CD.
And then if you have the other right trait, you're 100% in your CD, right? I love that Hunter works that way, but it's just it is a weird thing with item level.
It's like when I pop my Hunter, I get like 140% mastery. That's actually stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the game has a lot of weird things like that, but overall, I do think it's really important that players have at least one way to measure other players. I think players deserve that. As much as I think a lot of the concerned about Raider.io is that people that want other people to play with them and they don't want to be kept out of groups, which is I don't really think that it's fair to want that, because I think that other people should be able to have the tools to decide of who they want in the group and who they don't.
Yeah, I just I do genuinely, because I very much felt that way for a long time. I've watched people who are actually good at the game. I've been fucking around with the shit way more because now that I'm only streaming, I have way more time to do that. Good people getting turned away from 5s. That's where it's toxic. It's actually it gets increasingly toxic the shittier the player is, because those players, they're actually dumb human beings. They're
no, they're stupid and they don't understand how the game works, and so they just play off of a meta that they saw on Twitch.
Exactly.
That's what you were saying too when you went here, Rich, is that even on my Warlock with 2.2k score and 483 eye level, I get declined from 15s all the time.
Yeah. The thing is the lower down you go, the more idiotic it becomes.
The dumber they get.
And imagine being a new player who actually has the potential to be a good player, and you walk into that shitstorm. Of course you're not going to keep playing the game. And that's why I kind of brought up a lot of those points, is because the pool of players can't get more positive when stuff like that is gate kept and the actual kind of state of getting groups. But at the same time, is that Raider.io's fault? Is that WoW's fault? Or are people just actually fucking idiots?
I think people are just fucking idiots, honestly. I don't think there's really anything, Blizzard or anybody can do about it.
It's
People
the
are always
same
gonna have a tool. Go ahead.
It's like the same reason that people always ask before a new expansion of what class is to be the best.
Yeah.
Just because they want to play the best class, they don't care about anything else really. But
It's actually crazy how little damage this does. This used to like fucking almost one-shot you.
It did one shot, didn't it?
that's pretty much my question. So
That's a really good thing to talk about, dude. Yo, by the way, you trying to do more carries and vision?
I might be able to once the next assault pops up.
It's real hard to find groups out here, dude. Yeah, I'll talk to you when you get some vessels.
Yeah. See ya.
Oh my god, dude. He just... it never drops. It never fucking drops, dude. You know how many times we've gone after this fucking pole arm? I've been trying to get this forever, and I haven't even seen it drop. This is so stupid. God, dude.
Wait, what are you trying to get?
The pole arm from this boss that never fucking drops.
That's so funny.
I'm pissed.
I actually got that on my hunter.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
On Mythic?
Yeah.
Fuck.
When I was farming
I'm
this.
actually, next time I do this, I'm actually going to bring in 20 hunters. I'm going to bring in 20 hunters for this because I've done this run like 30 times probably. And like if I bring in 20 hunters, there's no way it's not going to fucking drop, dude.
You just have to make sure they're the right spec.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure that they're the right spec. Like I'm going to force this shit to happen. Like this is so stupid, man. I'm mad. And like I don't even have, dude, I just looked on heroic. I don't even have the heroic ones. Like, God, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, I literally got it in progression on my hunter. You should actually just stack hunters. There's so fucking many of them right now. Yo, Michael, thank you for the Twitch Prime, dude.
I'm gonna do like all hunter raids where just like hunters feed me gear, dude. Feed me fucking transmogs.
It's so annoying. I'm infuriated. Like all of my, I've never felt it more than I do now because it's so hard to alt. I've spent 14 hours a day on my hunter making it as good as I can, and I have like so many of my friends are on horde, right? And besides this particular day of the week, that's usually fine. But for this stuff, it would be really cool to like actually do stuff on my hunter, and like also like if you end up doing like mythic, I would totally want to go. Like right, like it would be fun as fuck. You just can't do it, and then it's like so hard to get another tune ready.
Yeah, I don't like. There's too many unnecessary barriers to entry. I think that Blizzard feels like maybe they have to do that because like of how fast people can get geared up.
Faction restrictions are bad for the game, said Frozen. It's I feel like this is one of the first times that it really has felt kind of weird. I don't know. What do you think of? We've talked about it a little bit, but what would you think if factions did end up getting like just straight up removed?
I hate to say it, but I'm not really a fan of that. I wouldn't like to see factions removed because I just feel like they're so core to like what the game is and its identity. But I can see why a lot of other people would disagree with that. And honestly, I think that like Blizzard should try to do other things and like balance the factions, or at least make them less imbalanced than they are now before they look at doing that.
X100. Rich, Amon, is there a
Pull him out of the middle.
The show, and I really want to see what Piker had to talk about less than 3.
Oh yeah, somebody just asked about YouTube. So I have it all set up now. It's ready to go. Here's basically what's gonna happen. It's gonna be 3 videos a week now.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just seems like the best way to do it. Gonna post the new one. Shoop can basically turn around the thumbnails like really fast. It'll be right after the new episode happens. The episode will go out, and that'll stay the way that it is right now. Then a few days after that, I'm gonna do one of the. My bad, I fell through the floor and pulled the boss. I'll die. somebody healed me.
Bad.
There we go. Reset. After that, a few days later, we'll do one of the old episodes. The Quinn episode, I'm probably gonna put live. That's the first one I'm gonna put live that we're backlogged on because it's already loaded up. So we'll just basically do one of the backlogged episodes. Thank you, Hafa. We'll do one of the backlog episodes, and then we will do viewer call-ins. I'll upload one of the viewer call-ins each week, and once we catch up on videos, I'll figure out what else to put up there. But I'm just gonna do 3 videos a week for now. All right, let's pull in somebody else.
Who the fuck is the boss?
I reset it.
Oh no,
by
there we go.
accident.
Yeah,
Hello.
sorry.
Do you have any questions?
Oh, hi. Yeah, how's it going, guys?
How you doing?
So I have a question for Rich.
Yeah.
So it's actually more of a concern. So as you know, I'm kind of like a longtime viewer of this stream, and there's been something that's like been really bothering me lately, and it's you're just like you're so handsome, and you just keep getting more attractive, and I don't understand how that's even possible.
Yeah, so I do get that question a whole bunch, and the thing that I will say is just drink a lot of water. Hydration is really, really important, and that's pretty much my secret. I'm just like everybody else.
Well, thank you so much for the advice, and I think it's really attractive that you stay hydrated.
Yeah. Just so you do know, I'm also running an IRL transmog competition right now. So if you do want to DM me a submission, feel free to actually join in on the competition. Just trying to do a few different things to give back to the community.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Keep an eye on your DMs.
Okay. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
How much?
What?
How much?
How much what?
How much you paid to say that?
What are you talking about, man?
Did you get her off of E-Girl?
No!
You lying to me right now?
E-Girl doesn't even exist anymore. There's only E-Pal.
500.
Yeah, it's
Paid actors
E-Girl.
are the most genuine people in the world.
This time around, it's E-Girl.
Dude,
I'll tell you that.
we just have a great community of people who really enjoy our content.
That is really something, isn't it?
I'm sure at any point we could pull in some. I'll pull in somebody and they'll say the same thing about you, more or less.
I bet they will. Damn, looks like we just beat the raid.
Hey, how you doing? Here, let me turn up your volume a little bit. Hey.
What's up? I had to mute the stream because I don't hear myself twice.
All good.
I wanted to. Actually, this is a question for both of you and also the chat, since we have 12,000 people here. I don't want to leave them out. Do you remember the last time like you came home from work or came home from school, and the only thing you wanted to do is just sit behind your computer and just play WoW with your friends? And I feel like, I don't know, ever since MOP or ever since Warlords of Draenor, that feeling just doesn't exist anymore. Like, this is mainly a question for Asmund, since I know he has thousands of hours in WoW.
Yes.
I know he's very serious about WoW. And so I've been playing WoW since TPC. Like, WoW has been my life. If I said WoW didn't change my life, I would have been lying, because I met my friends who I've been friends with for years and years. I have a friend who I've been friends with for 10 years. I met him on WoW. So WoW changed my life. I'm not like a casual who plays WoW like once every a week. Like, I feel like WoW is a game that I'm sure we're all here for the same reason. We all want to enjoy WoW again as it was. And I wanted to ask you, what do you think, what needs to change in WoW for it to be that game again, that you want to come home and the only thing you want to do until like 3, 4 a.m. or until you finally realize like, oh, it's a bit too late. I should go to sleep. What do you think needs to change for in WoW for that to happen again, to beat that game?
We have to be teenagers again, because I think that a lot of the fact of what you're saying. So there's two elements of what you're saying. One of them I think is contextual, and the other one I think is legitimate. So the thing that I think is contextual is the fact that you've played the game for 10 years, and based off of your voice, I would say that you're probably 25.
22.
22, okay. So like whenever
Drink more water.
Yeah, whenever you were 15 or so and you played the game for 3 years, a lot of your friends have played the game for 3 years. You have no other responsibilities, but like a lot of your friends probably now, like some of them might be married or have like serious girlfriends, getting out of college, starting a career, working probably for sure. And so they just don't really have like that same amount of time that they did back whenever like we were kids. And it's the same thing that happened with me personally. Like a lot of my friends that I played WoW with, and like whatever, like it doesn't really matter like how easy they make the game. Like a number of my friends, like Zach and I have a friend Hayden, and like he's got 2 fucking kids, a wife, and he's a manager of a store now, right? It doesn't really matter like what it is. He's just not going to have enough time to play the game anymore, at least not seriously. And I think that's probably more so the fact than anything. Is it just because people are getting older, and a lot of your friends that you played the game with 10 years ago are now 10 years older? And I think that's probably the first thing. Now the second thing, Rich, go ahead.
I actually would say that right now, I do in a lot of ways have like I want to just spurg out and play all day, and like I have been like I've been putting off other stuff to play all day. Like I obviously like I have a unique situation, like, and I'm totally aware of that with like streaming, but I'm still streaming 14 hours on accident every single day because I want to play the game, right? And I think that the real thing that would make it better for me is if I could raid on my alts and do keys on my alts and actually enjoy them a little bit more. And if Shadowlands is more alt friendly, I think that would be one of the biggest wins for me. I'm not saying that the game isn't without its problems, right? But I still do want to just spurg out and play WoW all day.
I really think a big reason why you probably don't feel that way is probably because your friends are getting older. I think that's probably the biggest reason. But there are a lot of other reasons too. Like the game doesn't really have the same grandeur that it did back then because people have like developed like much more formulaic ways of like overcoming challenges and doing things in the game. So you don't really have like that same sense of you're going to play and like achieve these things in the game. And I think also like the depth of the end game right now is completely lopsided in a way that's not really fun. So for example, I think the depth of the end game right now is very recursive. And what I mean by that is that you're usually doing the same things over and over and over again. Whereas in Burning Crusade, I use this a lot as an example, but Wrath of the Lich King is kind of the same thing, but not as much. There are a lot of in-game activities that you would do with your friends. Whereas now, most of the end-game activities you don't really do with your friends. Like visions are pretty much solo content unless you like don't want them to be. Farming artifact power or Echoes of Ny'alotha is, it depends on how you do it, but if like you're doing your assaults, like that's pretty much solo content. Dailies are solo content. Things like that are solo content. And so like you're kind of left with doing Ny'alotha, and that's like a once a week thing, or doing Mythic Plus keys. In my opinion, I think the problem is that the end game has no depth.
Yep.
There's no depth at all in the end game. Like you just sit there and you do the same raid over and over and over. There's nothing to ever look forward to, and there's nothing to ever work towards, except for just doing the same thing, but with bigger numbers. Yeah. And I just don't think that really, it doesn't inspire people. And I think that's probably the worst thing about it. And that's probably why your friends don't want to wake up and continue playing. Like the idea of waking up and working towards killing Illidan is much more compelling than the idea of waking up and working towards killing N'Zoth on a harder difficulty.
Yeah, I feel like you're completely right. I wanted to also ask you, like, obviously Classic and BFA are completely different, but do you think that WoW should be reworked more towards like the classic-ish oriented style? Because BFA is not social at all. Like I don't want to compare WoW to PoE, but I've played PoE for way too many hours. But PoE is not a social game. PoE is like you don't. When was the last time you socialized in PoE? When was the last time you invited someone from general chat to play with you in PoE? Like PoE is not a social game, but even though like you don't play with friends, or even like you don't want to play with friends because there's like the loot systems and stuff, the game is great. Like you can objectively say that PoE is, the game mechanics and everything is great. But it's BFA is also not a social game, but Classic, like, okay, this is gonna be kick W, loot W, whatever. But Classic sucks. Like Classic, objectively, like the game mechanics of Classic suck. Like you would never, if Classic wasn't a social game, you would never go into a raiding and press one button for 1.5 hours or however long your guild plays there. You wouldn't go there and press one button for an hour and think that's a good game. That's good gameplay. Majority of the people who play Classic, they play it for the social aspect. So do you think that, like, of course, Shadowlands, I don't know, like we haven't seen even like 20% of what they're gonna change, but do you think they should change? They should like focus a bit more on the social aspect and bringing, like, even forcing people to play together?
I think heavily incentivizing people playing together is really important. And I think that the best solution is to get rid of the automated playing together features. I've always thought these were harmful to the game. I've never liked them at all. And so I'm talking about things like LFR, LFT, stuff like that. I don't think are healthy for the game at all. But there's a lot of underlying problems that Blizzard has to solve before they even think about getting rid of LFR. One of those problems, for example, is the fact that there are dead servers. I don't think that they can have servers that are as dead as they are now without having some sort of manual group finder, because it's so hard for people to make friends now. Also, so much of the friendship experience in retail WoW is shifted over to third-party websites and third-party places, that it's a lot harder for people who first start playing the game to get like that sense of community. And with Classic, because all of the things occur inside of the game and you're seeing the same people on the server, there's much more of a permanence and also a directness of the interactions that you have because you're playing with the same people every day. There's one thing that I do really want Blizzard to take from Classic is the progression model of Classic. I think the progression model is actually good in Classic. I think it's better than BFA. What I mean by that is that, for example, like people right now are excited to clear BWL and they want to do BWL because BWL will give them the gear that they need to do AQ. And they are excited. Everybody will love doing AQ. They're going to be so excited. Like the AQ patch is probably going to be the highest engagement that Classic is going to see. I could be wrong about that, but I think it will be, because there's just going to be so much excitement and anticipation around Nax. And the excitement and anticipation around Nax is going to drive people to play the previous raids. Whereas the excitement and anticipation around Nilotha doesn't really drive and excite people to play Eternal Palace, because every single patch is a gear reset. And if each patch had progressive gearing, where players who were like new to the expansion still had to participate in the old raids, you'd feel more like you're making a journey with your character, and rather than, you know, you're just kind of playing through systems.
Yeah, just to echo off of what Zach said as well, all of those things bounce off of each other as well, too. When you look at having chase items, that is a driving thing that gets you excited, and it's also something that it's so easy to comprehend. You go, oh, I wake up, I have a chance to kill this boss, and the loot that I want has a chance to drop. You don't have to go, oh, I'm getting this resource to potentially gamble with, but I only get it every 2 weeks, and I need to be able to do a key of this level to do it, and then I can also actually disenchant some of this gear to maybe speed it up just a little bit. But if I don't actually do it enough, that's not going to speed me up, so maybe I should do this. And it's just like kind of this weird thing where you can't even perceive what you need to do. And on top of that, when the alts are easier to play, you can actually do more of that engaging content. So when Asmon's talking about not being able to actively play with all of your friends and actively being engaged in that content where the chase pieces even exist, of course that's how it goes, because right now you're spending all of your time doing dailies, doing this individual content, and you can never even step into a raid on an alt. You can never even dream about doing it. I look at my Wrath experience, and when I played Wrath, and that was why the first thing that I said is actually being able to play the alts more, right? Because when I actually went and played Wrath of the Lich King, every single day I raided on a different tune with a different group of people, met more people because of it, and I remember being excited for multiple raid groups when people got their Valnier, for example, when people got a different piece of chase gear. Like, all of those things are moments I remembered, and the game distracts from that right now.
You're completely right. Like, I couldn't have said it better myself. I feel like Blizzard went to this like damage repair mode ever since the player numbers started declining. I feel like Blizzard just started implementing these systems and all these like almost pointless ways to try and bring back player engagement, but in the wrong ways. They're trying to bring they're not trying to force player interaction, but they're trying to force people into playing their game. I feel like, but it's like that's awful that's awful game design. Like, nobody wants to be forced into these like Mythic Plus, opening your Mythic chest, getting bracers for the 75th time, and being disappointed, then having to do your islands every single week, having to do this cap, having to fill up this bar. It just feels like Blizzard is trying to force. You can't blame Blizzard because they saw like their player numbers declining because the game started getting older after like Wrath of the Lich King. So obviously, you tried to save your game. You tried to be like, oh, my game is dying. I want to do something about it. So they tried going into this heavy damage repair mode, and they completely forgot about what made the game great in the first place. What made the game great is just the social interactions of wanting to play with other people, wanting to engage into other people, wanting to engage into PvP, PvE with other people.
And to bounce off of that, the other thing that I think was also incredible about it was what'd you say?
Drop group, join my group.
Oh, the other thing that was really good about it, go ahead and invite me. The other thing that was really good about it was when you got the loot, you didn't get the loot by yourself. I think like just that small little thing of actually getting the loot out of a box and not being around any other people when you get it is completely different than being there with a bunch of people and getting the loot to drop, right? The whole experience of WoW was we are forming a group of people who need to tackle down a problem that's bigger than ourselves, and that's how you get the loot.
Well, it's being part of something that's bigger than yourself. I think that's what's really always been so addicting at the game.
Yeah.
Well, let's do one last BG. I just want to like queue a random BG. Let's get a healer and queue a fucking BG. Somebody join up and create a group, find our healer, and we'll just move forward. So, yeah, like for example, I think that what you're saying, what we're all saying with Classic is that Classic is a complete disaster of a game. The mechanics for the game are awful.
Yeah, exactly.
The way that it's a bad game by like every single measurement except for one. And the one measurement that it's not a bad game in is the fact that it brings people together and it gets people to play with each other. And that one thing just by itself is enough that carries the entire game. It carries the entire fucking game. So imagine if you took a game like Retail WoW that has the gameplay elements. Like Retail has some like really stupid stuff in it, right? But like overall Retail has just better gameplay than Classic in most ways. And you took the gameplay of Retail and then you combined it with the social experience of Classic, you'd have a game that nobody would ever want to put down. But I do think that one element of like BC, vanilla WoW, like Wrath back then, is the fact that like there was a novelty of being able to interact and play with other people. And now that doesn't really exist anymore because of social media and like how interconnected everything is.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like, I feel like the biggest reason was also like that was like most of people's first MMORPG. It was the first real experience of WoW, getting to meet other people from other countries and playing with people from other worlds. And whenever you met someone in the open world, you felt like, oh wow, that's a real player. That's like someone else I'm interacting with. Now it's just like you've played 1,000 MMORPGs, you played 1 million games, so it would be difficult to recreate that same feeling. But I feel like WoW should become that. WoW should just be more social and engaging in general.
WoW should be about the people, not the content. And I agree. Like, I mean, yeah, I remember playing Black Desert, for example, and like I would just sit in Discord. I think it was Discord back then. I don't even remember, or Ven or TeamSpeak or whatever the fuck it was. And we would just like talk about our lives and just like kind of have these conversations. And it was like kind of cool because like you would be able to have like these conversations that are like actually the rawest, realest conversations possible with like people that you've never met before. And you don't need to worry about like, some kind of weird, that like following you or you like looking bad because you said something.
You felt
like,
safe.
Yeah, you felt safe. Like, for example, like I'd ask people from like, I'd ask them things that would like be considered like racist or be considered like rude or sexist or like really bad. And I could just have these conversations, right? It's like, do you guys really do that? And they're like, no, that's just fucking stupid, right? I talked to some guy from like Serbia, for example, and it's like, does everybody like live this way in Serbia, or is this just bullshit? Like, and then you just have like the real honest conversation with another human being. And it's not like this weird thing that's tainted by like, you know, the pressure, the social pressure. It's just this raw, genuine, real experience. And what's crazy about it is that I had more real experiences with people like that online than I did with a lot of people that I knew in real life. Because it was anonymous, or it was like, you know, pretty much anonymous, people felt safe to really be who they are.
That's so true. That's very true.
Yeah, I that was my favorite thing about online gaming, honestly. I love that. It's beautiful.
Well, thanks all for inviting me. Thank you, Rich, for picking me. Thanks, Asmund, for all this. Like, I knew how you were gonna react because I feel like I agree with you on most things. So I just wanted to get these things off my chest. And I know you're big into WoW, and you want one thing in your life, and you just want WoW to be good again. And I feel like everyone else does too. So thanks a lot for picking me. I'll see you guys. I have to wake up in 4 hours, so
Oh shit, get some sleep
later.
Yeah, so
I definitely think that's true. Just the idea of I feel like anybody who's still playing WoW can kind of agree that they want.
Soloing him in the air.
I wasn't even there to see it.
The demon hunter, he goes up in the air for fucking does a little thing where he shoots the things down, and my tentacle just kills him in the air.
Good game.
Solos them. God, dude.
Wait, Flashpoint's really sick, right?
Wow, this is so fucking funny. And, oh, another one. I just soloed somebody else with my fucking tentacle. I love this.
I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people in chat who want to get soloed by your tentacle.
Look at that, my top damage. My 2 top damage is Reaping Flames and Mind Flay. 60% of my damage, 2 abilities. God, this is so stupid. I love it.
I actually really do want to gear this lockout. Like,
really? I mean, like, how do you feel about, like, okay, so how much of a sellout are you? I know you're as much of a sellout as I am. It's just I try to hide it better. And what? Yeah, we're both sellouts, dude.
What do you mean you try to hide it better?
I do. I'm like, yeah, guys, I do try to hide it. Like you go out there and you're like, yeah, we're selling out today. We're selling out for this. We're selling out for that. And like for me, I'm like, yeah, maybe we'll see what happens, you know. And I try to be a little bit more more safe with it. What if you did? What if you did what Soda did? What if you did what Chance did? I mean, you just talk to Gallywix and you're like, listen, I'll advertise your services if you fucking carry my ass. What if you did that?
Wait, that's how Chance did it?
What do you mean? You think he paid for the carry? No.
Oh, no, I didn't know he went through Gallywix. I just thought his stream was...
I like, there's got to be something like that he probably advertised. Yeah, I mean, like, why would that not work? It's like a sponsorship.
Wow. See, the thing is, though, is like, my stream right now is probably like, I would say, like, right after your stream's done, like, probably 1,500 viewers. Chance is probably getting, like, what, 20?
Yeah, but like for them, they're probably not going to hit every single week, you know.
Yeah.
So, oh, great. Look at the Demon Hunter. I literally cannot hit or deal damage to him. Jesus Christ, this is such a bad game.
Rich, I feel like you're the type of
I actually,
guy
I
who will have
unironically
sex
think
with
the
a girl,
classic
then
WoW
slap
BGs are
your
better
ass
than
while
retail
you look in the
BGs.
mirror and tell yourself how
are,
great of a job
but
you did.
wait, this is a good text to speech. Oh, never mind, it ended. The thing with, you know what BG is actually kind of good, and I've roasted it a little bit before. The new one where you jump down.
Oh, I love that one.
That one's actually really good. I think that you hit it on the head. So I hadn't done BGs in a really long time, and I was like, AB's like the best BG, and you were like, AB fucking sucks, and you were basically saying that it didn't age well with the way the classes are designed now, and you're fucking right, dude. But if you play it in classic WoW, it's like still my favorite BG.
Yeah. It's like right now I'm fighting against 2 people, and I don't even really get a chance to play my character at all. Like for example, like I'm just constantly being like CC'd, and I never really get an opportunity to do anything, and it's just simply not fun. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. Like you can repurpose it and like say it in like however many ways you want, but like the overall like the end result is the fact that you're playing a game that's just simply not fun.
Yeah,
And,
I was doing BGs on my Hunter, and it still feels fun on Hunter, which is funny. Like, I feel like there are a few, like, because you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you feel like you're still doing shit. But BGs and Classic are... I actually am about to get back into Classic just so I can play BGs again. But I like gear way too much. Like, I'm a total fucking loot whore.
Yeah, I am too. It's the only important part of the game. I mean, it's getting loot. But like the thing is, like, it doesn't really matter what loot you have in retail. Like, I mean, corruptions matter, but like besides that, like nothing else really does.
If this guy doesn't kick me, he dies. Easy game. The gear is actually fun to get right now, though. In a weird way. Besides the rotation of the vendor, like the rotation of the vendor, it's like it's so pointless to even talk about it because it's just bad. I have yet to hear anyone even create a fictional positive to it.
There's nothing good about it.
Yeah, there's actually nothing good to it. It makes it less fun. Like, here are the scenarios that it creates. It creates a toxic environment where you feel like you need to just keep playing the game because you're not sure what's going to happen, which causes people to burn out. It creates the fact that you can play your ass off and still not achieve your goal. Like, there's just nothing good about the rotation at all.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't understand how... Like, whoever thought it should be put on a rotation should be fired. Like, it's just, like, that person clearly has no fucking idea, like, how to develop a game. Like, that's exactly what's wrong with the game. Like, that mentality. I very rarely say that, but it's genuinely inexcusable. It provides no value at all to the game.
I got my ass clapped by Reflect, and I have a boner because of it. That shit was fucking dope. I just don't get it. Like, I just don't... Oh, Revenge. No, my Infernal didn't...
It's like the way Demon Hunters play right now. It's
Stun
just,
him,
it's not
Stun him with your pet.
not good, dude.
Dude, if he intimidated with his pet, this guy'd be dead. Fucking stupid ass fucking bad hunter, man. Literally, all you need to do is intimidate. Shit, dude, this guy reflected me. All I care about is hitting him with a juicy cast belt right now and not getting reflected. Dude, this song is so good. Why all the Demon Hunter hate? I mean, I don't hate Demon Hunter, but everything that was said was true.
They're frustrating to play against. Like, they're extremely frustrating to play against. That's why people hate them. Like, they have passive avoidance, and they also have passive healing that just basically scales with their own damage. So they pretty much are getting a bunch of like free damage and everything for not doing what they should do in order to earn that damage. Like, the skill cap for it is like much lower than a lot of other classes. I think that's why a lot of people are frustrated. And also, like, the thing is that, like, what I was saying earlier about how, like, Demon Hunters are actually not, like, overrepresented on high ladder. But the thing is that, like, 99.9% of people don't play on high ladder. So, like, it doesn't matter, like, what happens on high ladder. The game shouldn't be balanced around that. And I think that's why we haven't seen nerfs on Demon Hunter.
I thought he was going to do it, but I'm not sure if he actually did it or not. Do you know how to do the G-Pie trick? Oh, it's so sexy when people pull it off, bro. You know how G-Pie has, like, the travel time? You ever get somebody actually, like, line up the G-Pie and right when it hits, they shimmer on you with another G-Pie? And so you get hit with two G-Pies at once?
Oh no, I didn't know that. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, that's how the good fire mages play. This is not new information. Yeah, but I literally was just explaining it to someone who might not know it. Fucking smooth brain.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not new. I knew about it, by the way. I'm a good player. Hey, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me and not every single person in the stream. Because, hey, dude, I'm good at the game, by the way. I'm good at the game. You fucking idiot.
That's how he knew it, man. He's so good.
Fucking idiot.
So cringe, dude.
You fucking idiot. Do you feel good at the game now? Feel good at the game now? Do you like getting choked? That's the only type of person that I ever want to like punish, dude. I'm running around in circles right now, but like that is the only type of person where it's just like, yo, why do you have to try to make yourself feel good? Because they're literally the type of player that also is like incredibly toxic. I think that's why I dislike them.
Yeah. So constantly like bragging about things that don't really matter.
It's like, I knew that. You didn't need to say that. That's why you're a fucking nerd, dude.
Yeah.
Like the whole point is like, if you knew that, then you should be excited that other people are getting to like learn about it and progress in the game. Like you should, I don't know.
It's just cringe, dude.
Toxic and stuck at 1.8k blaming everyone. Yeah, true, dude.
Look at my KBs. I'm popping off in this PG. Holy shit.
I haven't done shit, but I've reinvigorated. I think I'm officially switching this tune. So when I'm getting my Warlock ready, I always, even if I know I'm going to go Destro, I play as Affliction because all the solo player content is Affliction. It's just brain dead.
Yeah, Affliction.
Dude, doing dailies is Affliction and just running around and just like literally just...
It's like unending corruption.
Yeah. Just throw an AC. Fucking press one button.
Like inevitable demise, like you stack up to 50, just like fucking like half health and elite in like one cast.
I definitely will level as Affliction. I wonder what they're gonna do with Azray for leveling. Why do people always go why do people hate when you say tune?
I don't ever really use it.
Yeah,
like, I don't like have like an opinion about it, but like I don't really ever use that word.
Why do people care about it so much?
Who the fuck knows?
Wait, I just realized it's a thing, and I feel like it's like having a hot take on food. It's like, wait, really? Do you really need to look at something like that as an interesting part of your day?
Jesus Christ, when is this guy gonna die? Oh my god.
What the fuck did you call your tune? Did you call your character a tune? Cringe. Yeah, I don't understand that. I think tune came from other MMORPGs, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's kind of dumb, but like I don't really ever use it.
Like I didn't use it, and I remember I heard people saying it. I'm like, all right, it's pretty fast. I'll say it. And now I've been saying it since Wrath, so I'm probably never gonna not say it.
These tentacles, dude. Holy shit. Like one mind flay tick, 40k. It's actually just like not fair. That's the best part about it.
It's the whole point of BGs.
Yeah, if it was fair, it wouldn't be fun.
Have you played Torghast recently? Toontown? Maybe it did come from Toontown. I actually played Toontown, like no joke. I played Toontown a lot. Did it actually come from Toontown Online? Oh my gosh, that's actually... Wait, that's probably where I picked it up. Did my Rain of Fire do 0 damage? Wow, it actually did do... how many? I dropped 2. It did 5.7 damage. Yeah, it's actually terrible. Where are my honor talents? I didn't even double check. Oh, that's why. Wow. Okay, so I'm actually using Toontown terminology. You know what? I take back everything I said. I take back everything I said. If you made fun of me for calling it a tune because I'm using Toontown terminology, you can make fun of me, dude. Dude, that's actually kind of fair. I'm actually I suck, dude. Make fun of me, dude. Dude,
I'm not gonna lie. Like this warrior comes up and he tries to attack me, and my tentacle just solos him. Like I hit him once, I proc the tentacle, he's blade storming, he's like moving around, he doesn't understand why his health is going down, and then he just runs at me and the tentacle finishes him off. Like, it didn't even matter. It's so fucking ridiculous. I've got to go to my dad's, dude. I'm fucking exhausted.
If you're not too tired tonight, I'll end stream early to do the call. If David's around. If not, let's just try to do it this weekend.
I'll be around all day tomorrow.
All right,
pretty much.
Let's. So I have to cast tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. And then what was the other thing? Yo, if you want to play, I actually do kind of want to try Minecraft Dungeons before the hype completely dies down, because I want to play it, but I'd rather play it on stream. So if you feel like doing it at all, I might even try it tonight.
Yeah. All right. Well, I might. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I told Zach I was gonna help him with some stream stuff, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously way more important than playing fucking Minecraft. Tell Zach I said hi.
All right, dude. I'll see you later. Peace.
All right, peace, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you. Thank you very much for coming to the after show. Now, I'm going to read through any of the questions that we missed or any of the donations. Quaker, I'll read that one